That's a bit too bright. I think that's it's about there. It's quite nice, isn't it? Looks alright, doesn't it? Right. Get a poll going. There's a nice, hang on, I'm getting a nice poll going there. There we go, folks. Where are we? Where are we at? Happy birthday. What's this about? When you'll be 39 in and out. You're going to be the same age as me, mate. Oh, exciting. Are you excited? I'm excited for you. TikTok, Kurt. TikTok. The 40's coming for us, mate. It's good. We're gonna have to. Hang on. We'll kick this off. We'll kick off the shenanigans now on that one, Kurt. Appreciate that, Eternal. Thanks, man. A little bit late. Good to see you, though. Oh, me a little bit late. I came on about a little bit later than I planned. Yeah, I was going to come on an hour ago, but yeah, it didn't happen. But no, if you think you're a little bit late, no, I've been here 2 minutes, man. So we're going to do we'll do at 6 p.m. now, so I'll do till 8 p.m. when Dennis goes live for his workout. Sometimes I go till like 8:30. I'm usually more there for Dennis's chats after than his workout, but that's all right. We'll see how we get on. You're in the future, my guy. I am. It's already your birthday here, Kurt. You're already old here. Bring it on. I think you said no problem. Appreciate it, mate. No, dog. So how's everybody's day been? Who's got the news? What do you know? You on your bed, dog. Yeah, now you're gonna stop for a drink of water. You came up to get on my bed, but oh no, you just got up for water. Now you're gonna try to on your bed. Dog thinks I'm stupid. Time zones are weird. Yep, it's 6 p.m. Monday here in New Zealand. It does make it difficult because I name this as a Monday stream, right? And then people come on and they're like, dude, it's Sunday. Like in the middle of Monday, if I try to do a chat, I'm like, it's a Monday chat. People are like, it's Sunday, man. We over here, man. What you talking about, damn old crazy Kiwi, man, telling us damn old Monday when it's Sunday? You asked me to do work. You don't want me to talk about things on a Sunday, the Lord's Day. You know, down the rabbit hole we go, Alice, on that one. Spill the tea. Yeah, what is the tea? Oh, been working away in the garage. You saw that. Been pottering around. Nothing beyond what was on the stream earlier, really. Did some stuff in the garage today. Streamed some of it. Cleaned out some plastic containers. Carry on with that tomorrow. So, miss your friend. Hi, mate. You don't have to miss me. I'm right here, mate. How are you, Tavox? Good to see you, dude. New jobs working out like crazy. So happy. Wicked, bro. Love it, man. Good to hear. Things come in time, eh, man? Just have to believe you bring the mindset to that new job as well, obviously, man. So it's fantastic, mate. Dog, off. You got your own bed. It's a big, fancy, fluffy dog bed, all to yourself. Thank you. I'm talking here. Love to hear it, mate. What's going on with you, Tavox, mate? How was your weekend? How's your week? Everybody, anybody here, you chime in. Let me know how your week's been, how your weekend was. What's coming up this week? Something you got a question about that you're a bit nervous about, something like how should I approach this thing? Oh, I don't know. You tell me. That's what we're here for. Attitude is like 90% of everything. Yep. Got to have the right attitude to it, man. It's all in the mind. As a man thinks he becomes. D. Eastland, g'day, mate. How are you, mate? D. Eastland says, lol. Well, lol to you too, and hello. How are you? Life is good. Worried I have a new class. What are you worried about with the new class, mate? Dennis is chill after worry mode. Yeah, he is, Kurt. Yep. Yeah, you gotta be pretty careful what you're saying there, Kurt. Just like if he reads something, even if you're talking to somebody else, as far as he's concerned, what's in his chat, it's if he reads it, he thinks people are addressing him. So just you'll get I think you'll get bit. I'm watching you in there, Kurt, and I can tell you're gonna get bit by D soon. And when he bites you, the best thing you can do is shut the fuck up. It'll be entertaining. Me and the boys are waiting for it to happen. It'll be funny. Oh dear. But yeah, you see what happens, man. If if he doesn't know you, if he thinks you're talking to him when you're not, or something, you be careful. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you'll find out. I've had it happen, bro. It's just how he is. It's how he rolls. He's a good man, that fella. Well, I'm just telling you. I've let you know. You've been notified. Rest lies with you, Kurt. Love the channel. Get it? Yeah, I appreciate that, Tavogs. Life is difficult, but we're powering through. That's it, Eternal. That's exactly the point of the channel, man. Give people a bit of hope, help people power through, give them that positive voice, right? It doesn't usually take much encouragement with people to actually, hey, here's a platform, let's talk about what's going on in your life, and maybe your family, your friends, everybody's doubting it and telling you you're an idiot, but if you want to talk about it here, we can talk about it, There's nothing good comes from everybody talking you out of your ideas you think are good. It just smacks you down. So this is a place you can talk about it. Got great humor. Yeah, we bounce between humor and it's a bit of a circus act here, right? Between a bit of humor and having a light-hearted conversation and addressing real issues and stuff. But we just try to be positive about it, man. So no, I'm just on here as myself. So you get what you get. Dog, you are really persisting tonight, aren't you? So yeah, if anybody has any good questions or theories, I don't know. There's a poll and everything. Actually, I didn't put the subscriber chat on, did I? That's what I was going to do. I was going to make it so it's a 1 minute timer thing, guys. If it'll let me. It'll let me tap the gear cog thing, which I can't do. It's all shadowed. That's what we did yesterday, guys. We put it into subscriber-only participants. So I'm just going to do that because it does cut all the crap out of the chat. So just 1 minute. You got to be a sub for 1 minute. Trolls, don't get any ideas because if you sub and then you troll, we'll just ban you anyway. So it's not worth you wasting your minute. Right. We should have a good, clear floor to have a conversation now, guys. I guess it's up to you, Kurt. Up to you, my bro. I do appreciate them all, but just make sure you're building things in your own life and that, bro. Don't go giving me all your bloody money. I wonder if having subscriber only chat on will help memberships go to people who are subscribed or something. That'll be interesting to see. Last couple of oh man, did you see my stream at the ocean the other day there, Tavogs? Right. We were in an inlet from the ocean, but off at the beach we were there the other day. Last couple of weeks, 2 months, there's been endless loss of friends, my fiance and family, and the grieving process has been absolutely effed. But despite it all, I'm trying to stay positive. That's it, man. That's it, right? You go. The past is the past, right? So you take it all. It's all lessons, and it is difficult, man. So as far as the grieving process side of it, man, is just bear in mind that you're feeling it because you cared about those people. If you don't care about someone, you don't grieve them, right? You don't feel it. So it's a reminder of the love that was there. And then I always like to reframe it as I'm doing it for them. They wanted me to succeed and da. So, what would they have advised me to do? These people that you cared about that were there, So just do them proud, right? As far as lost relationships or friends in other ways, right? And just life in general, you move on, you find better people in that, if it's that kind of situation. But yeah, man, day by day, one day at a time, right, man? Don't put pressure on yourself. Don't Nice bike. Oh, thanks, Tavox. Yeah, that's Susie's little bike I was riding the other day. Took that to the beach. Kurt dropped 5 memberships. Oh, thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man. SF got a membership. Fantastic. Then a Marshall. Fat Man, Little Warren. Okay, I haven't seen him chat. Beach Boy and Cupcakes. Yes, thank you. Thank you, guys. Sometimes it gives out memberships to people who pass through. Also, there are people who lurk in the background, man. They're not chatters, but they like hanging out, and that's fine too. So, yeah, okay. If you got a membership, do feel free to use the member emojis right next to the chat thing. You can tap the smiley, and there's member emojis there. Yeah, you didn't know what there, Eternal? I asked because there is an age where this happens. Yeah, there is, Kurt. There is. You're 20. Oh, mate, you got the world at your fingertips, man. This is good, Eternal. I can give you all the information I wish I knew. I wish I knew when I was 20. All the information I wish I knew 20 years ago. So you ask whatever questions you need to, bud. And we got Kurt here. Just turning 39 this evening. Well, it's about to be the morning of his 39th, but anyway, near enough. So we're celebrating one of our mods. So it's about to be his birthday soon. We're getting close. I'm stressed to chill with my dogs and forget the problem. That's it, Kane. Sometimes you got to take some time off the devices and stuff, right? Or just some time to chill. That's why I try and keep the vibe here more chill, so people can just like hang out and relax a bit, you know. I'm trying to make it more, you know, we can actually just hang out and chill and chat. Dogs all. Zed, can you stop licking for one? And you, come here, window. Come on, come say hello to everybody. I'm going to say hello to everybody for the night since you want to be up here so bad. You going to say hello? Oh, here we go. Miss Heidi is in attendance, right? You're all happy now? Like, everyone's seen you? Okay. You've got your screen time? You got your screen time now? Is that what you needed? You needed some attention. Shit. Yes. Yeah. She likes it sort of there on top, not too round the ears. No, she's fine with it, but they usually go for a chest scratch, the old German Sheppies. Hey, puppy. Are you watching out the window for Mum? She'll be back soon. She's just gone to the store. She has. True story. The brain hated me last night. My dream was crazy and sad. Oh, what's going on with that, Electro? Are you doing all right, mate? Stay there, Heidi. You stop licking your beard. Stop licking your beard. It's enough. Lickus interruptus. All right. The only time I seem to have like weird dreams and crazy nightmares is if I have too much dairy, especially if I have yogurt within like 3 or 4 hours before bed. I get weird dreams and stuff, man. Something I've had happen. The moment I stopped yogurt and too much dairy before bed, I was all right. Cheese as well, a lot of cheese before bed. Yeah, that's when I always have I figured out that was when I always had the really weird dreams. Zed, stop licking your bed. Interesting, Kurt. What do you think of that? Have you? Yeah, I'm trying to play couch therapist on that one with my clipboard. Yeah. So, do you want to unpack that, Kurt, and try to figure out why that is? Could be an interesting conversation. It's interesting. Some people say dreams. You know, people say a lot of different things about dreams and nightmares. Some people say, "Oh, it's all just whatever," and other people go, "Oh no, it's got meaning and it's things that are going to this and that." Yeah, fair. It's the wolf you choose to feed. Ooh. Live near some of the rarest birds on earth. Do I? I suppose a kiwi bird's pretty rare, but I don't know. Sorry, guys. Zed. Hey. Zed. Enough, dude. Sorry, Zed's just like licking his blimmin' paws, licking the whole bed. Does it. Doesn't do it all day, lazy all day. It's when I'm on stream he does it. It's the only time he does it. I don't know. Anxiety, I guess. He's just being weird. G'day, very grateful. Great to see you, mate. Yeah, going well. Been down doing some stuff in the garage today that I've been avoiding, sorting through the piles of bins of stuff, and did a bit of a live on that, and did some other stuff around home, and went out and about with Susie and that. So yeah, it's been a good day. Pretty chill. Do you remember me from Extraterrestrial Red? I don't know what's the channel about, mate? I don't know. Maybe I might have been in a live chat somewhere. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I don't remember the channel. What was the channel about? I'm pretty bad at remembering channel names, but if it was somewhere I've been in the last couple of weeks, if you told me it was on the stream, probably think of someone else. Yeah, I'm not sure, RJ Lee. Yeah, I don't know, mate. How you going in there, RJ? How's your week been so far, man? Just getting started, or how was your weekend? Good news, bad news? Tell us what's going on. I'm a photographer at heart, especially for cars, but my brain pulled my former best friend, made me do a photo shoot for her. I haven't thought of her in a minute. Oh, that's interesting. Give it. Oh, yeah. Former best friend, you say? What happened? What's the tea? Maybe your heart wants to pursue, mate. I don't know. I try not to read too much into dreams, man, because most of them have been just random, and then sometimes you try and correlate to life and be like, oh, it means something. It's like, oh, well, 99% of the time it doesn't, and then occasionally, I don't know. The brain tortures us at times, right? Same as overthinking and stuff. Our own brain can torture us quite a lot. Is your mama coming home? You hear the truck. It's mama. You stay there. She's going to kick you off the bed when she comes in, though. You know that, right? Your time sitting with me is about up. The moment your mum comes back in the door, you're told to get off. You better lap it up, dog. Well, you better enjoy it. You were an alien once, then you got a green card? Oh, good to hear, mate. Good to hear. Susie on the machine is the emoji. Oh, on the bike. Oh, okay. Yeah, on the emoji, it might be very, it might be a very small emoji. It might be hard to make out the details. That's all, Kurt. Yeah. That's why I did it with, the dogs' faces and stuff, because otherwise I think the emojis will end up looking very, very hard for people to see. I don't know. Well, how's life as an alien there, Mike? I've always felt like an alien on Earth. Maybe I am. I couldn't tell you if I was. There'll be some Men in Black blooming code going on, wouldn't there? I say, Mama. Yeah, well, she's bringing the truck in, mate. You got to wait on. Life's rough, eh, Pooch? Life is rough. Mike, did you really subscribe and wait a minute just to troll me? Or have you subscribed in the past? Because I've got it on subscribers only mode, so we don't have trolls. Did you really subscribe and waste a minute of your life listening to me waiting? And you're like, you know what? This guy doing self-improvement chat, trying to help people with mindset and provide a place for conversation with his dog. You know what? He's the guy I'm gonna troll at. This is worth minutes of my time. I don't know, Mike. Are you? I don't think you're serious there, Mike. I want to answer. I swear I'm not. Well, the question, Mike, is to ask a question about something you want advice on. That is the question this evening. If there's anything people have going on, they want a little bit of advice on, they're looking for an opinion, maybe their friends and family are negative, something like that. We would like to discuss it if anybody wants to talk about anything. G'day, love.
Oh,
How are you?
Good.
Possible. Yikes.
Treats.
Oh, she's got the treats.
So bad.
Oh, yes, Brad. See. Now, I compromise this evening. You guys know me. I've been trying to lay off the energy drinks in like 1.5 litre bottles of the big bottles of Coca-Cola, right? I've been trying to really avoid them. So I said, love, can you get me a pure juice that hasn't got any sugar or anything, water, anything in it? It's just pure fruit juice, right? So you know what? I'll treat myself. It's been a good day, but rather than a giant bottle of Coke, even though it's going to be about the same price, let's just limit myself to a normal size Coca-Cola so I can't overdo it. But it has to be in a can. You know, apparently I've got a Germany FIFA World Cup edition. There you go. I don't know what any of this means. I just want a can of Coca-Cola. Besides listening to YouTube, start adapting your life to suit that. Whatever it is you're going to be facing, right? You got some time to prepare and figure out what you want for that future, right? Just tastes different out of a can, doesn't it?
Is it better?
Oh, it's so much better out of a can, mate. It's beautiful. Refreshing, you see? Refreshing. Oh, man. I've had a good day today. I'm a bit more energy today. I still feel a bit drained, but I'm doing all right. I enjoyed the progress in the garage and chat we all had in the garage as I worked away on stuff. We had a little coffee break and that. So yeah, it's been a good, nice little day, to be honest, guys. Oh, yes, Electro. Yep, I hear that, man. Somewhere deep in the brain, you're pulling up something. I'd be looking, Mike, into what you can get as far as care in your country in regards to that. If you haven't got friends or family and stuff, and you're blind and you're diabetic and losing your vision, obviously, yeah, I'd be trying to get help from every agency or charity or something that deals with that kind of thing, right? Hopefully, there's something out there. Yeah, well, ink, yeah. It's nice to have them the two things separately, right? Otherwise, you got to finish all the Coca-Cola before you can use the can. But yeah, so it's good to have a separate thing for that. I agree. You never quit. That's it. You don't have to grind every day. You know, when Elon Musk and all that talk about we slept on the office floor and you can make it too. You got to remember these people that talk about the hard grind set to become the governor of California. It's not. That's probably not what most people are pursuing. So you don't need to grind yourself into the ground round the clock all day every day like you're trying to become a billionaire. So that's the luxury you have at the level we're at, right? Is you can actually sort of have a bit of a more peaceful life, right? You're not trying to become a billionaire, so you don't need to hard grind hustle. Are you trying to become the number one NBA player in the whole world and get the Mamba mentality or something and focus every little bit and grit and grind and get up at 3 a.m. and train and like this is what's inspiring. It's like unless you're a person pursuing that kind of thing, a normal person doesn't need to put in all this hard, special mentality grind set. But we try and measure and learn from these people they're just on a totally different level, right? It depends what you actually just have to frame up for your life, what you're trying to achieve and how you can make it happen. It doesn't. Sometimes it means grinding. I've done weeks where I've just done nothing but work and nap and work just to get through situations. I could actually do with a run like that at the moment, to be honest. It's probably getting closer. I'm going to get frustrated soon, but I'm doing pretty good these days. I'm just flowing along. It's keeping me more chill. Use a can for a Band-Aid on machines. Yep. Good for fixing mufflers on the side of the road, Kurt. A good old Coca-Cola can. If you break an exhaust pipe, a couple of Coca-Cola cans, and yep, wrap them around. Had a woman take me off the streets, taking care of me for 14 years now, sitting at home. See, I'm not a troll. I can read the question or answers. Yeah, I appreciate it, Mike. I appreciate it, man. I just, I do apologise. I just figured it wasn't a real situation with what the trolls usually say, so I do apologise for that, man. It's good to hear you've got someone who's taking you in a bit. So what are you thinking for the future then, Mike? Like, what is your question, like, without your site, what are you going to spend your time doing? Because you don't want to be sitting at home all the time. Is that more what you're asking? Finished the horse float for yesterday. Oh, nice, man. What did you say? You were doing like a 30mm plywood on that, right, Link? To take obviously the weight of a horse. Zed, stop. You, bed. Busy. Go on. Stuck cans in an axle when the rear end went out, not a fix a Band-Aid. Yeah, hey, if it gets you home. Gets you home, you know. We've got to MacGyver things sometimes in life. Sorry, guys, the dogs have been obnoxious. Hey, enough. Right, good. Settle down. Let's settle down for a bit. You've had attention all day. Kurt said, Mike, as Mike said, I don't think he can read the comments. Kurt said, Mike, can we help tonight or no? Will you allow that or be abrasive? Yeah, I think he's all right, Kurt. Yeah, I just want to clarify what his question is. How's your life? Let's hear some non-sad stuff. Oh, things are all right here, Mike. The reason I give my time for these chats, man, is exactly this stuff, is to talk about this stuff, right? So, like, if you're losing your vision, I'm just trying to understand if you're going, well, what you're saying, I'm losing my vision, like, what should I do with my time, are you asking into the future, what do you think you should pursue or something? Yeah, let us know, man. Again, as always, man, like, I'm not a professional or anything like that. I'm just a guy who's battled ADHD, depression. I'm autistic. So yeah, I'm just trying to make a space where people can talk about it. We try and just spitball about it. Sometimes I think it helps people in a lot of ways. It definitely helps me in my life to just talk about stuff. It doesn't, like, just to air it out. It's not so much about the response from me or somebody else in chat. It's just actually just talking about it and let it, rather than just be in your head, I think helps a lot of people to find their own answers and that, But yeah, things are going all right here. They're ticking along, progressing each day, It's always what I'm trying to do is just make, just steps in the right direction each day, make better choices. Things are going all right. Does Susie get a kudos for bringing snacks? Kudos for bringing snacks, love. Thank you, darling. Yeah, she's gone out to... I don't know, I feel like it's the guys around the big block of chocolate she got. But no, she went out and get some stuff for you because I was about to go live. Mostly there's nothing to look for. I'm not... yeah, I can't mention that stuff, Mike, but yeah. Yeah, Mike, man. Something to think about, eh? Something to think about. It's not something I've ever considered. So I'm trying to think of it not from the perspective of if I was going blind, what would I do? I'm trying to think of if I had a wreck motorbike racing or something and the situation changed. I'm just thinking that kind of line. Well, what were your usual kind of hobbies, Mike? What are you interested in? Because people find all kinds of ways around things, right? They find a different way to do things. The good news is, Mike, He's still alive. Beats being not on Earth anymore, so could work with music in some way, possibly, if that's your thing. Good way to do it. 50mm floorboards now. Oh, that'll be solid link. You used to write. Yeah, so you're sort of asking what do you set up as you lose your vision? I mean, yeah, I'd set up, basically, I assume how you're doing it here is, text to speech and stuff and write, yeah. Just do it through computers, man. Too hard to see to write. Yeah, just digitize it, man. Just do it through voice to text. So I'd be setting up systems like that, so you know how to operate those systems by feel, and have it all set up, so you can just create things that way. And you've got somebody to live with to, if you want to post stuff online or something, post your writings up. Get them. I'd probably use like a AI. Honestly, man, I'd use like an AI voice. Do a YouTube channel, and share your life experiences. Share your story. Write whatever it is you want to write, and have it done audio transcribed on YouTube as stories told with using AI voice, or use your own voice even. Holding the phone from 1 inch from your eyes, how you text, yeah. So yeah, I'd be finding a way to use it with voice. Like, fortunately these days you can do that, right? You're going to be able to do everything through AI and stuff to write or create stuff. That's what I'd do with it. If you loved writing, you can still write. You can still use your mind in the same way. You're just changing the way in which you put it out there into the world. Yeah, most welcome, Mike. Most welcome, man. Tough one to deal with, dude. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear it, man. Sorry to hear it, bro. But just bear in mind, you can still find a way to do what you enjoy. Still write, find, you need to have some purpose, some meaning. So you've lost your sight, but you've still got your mind. You can still find a way to write, essentially write. It's just not what you can see, right? Yeah. It's always a positive to be found somewhere, right? There was a guy, Richie Parker. I keep meaning to add it to the channel playlist. There's a few videos I need to add to it. There's a YouTube video about a guy called Richie Parker. He was born with no arms, and he spent his life basically adapting to living with no arms. So now he's a CAD engineer, like doing the computer designs for NASCAR, a winning NASCAR team. I think the most winning NASCAR team. He's a CAD engineer on a computer, and he does everything with his feet. He even builds his own project cars. He uses an angle grinder to cut through exhausts and welds with his feet. So yeah, if that guy's cruising around the street in an Impala with no arms, and he has a footboard that spins to steer it with his left foot. And crazy, man. Engineered it all himself. So it's just all, what are you going to allow to stand in your way? I think it's a difference in anybody, right? When something comes between you and life, or where you're wanting to go or something, right? It's finding a way to overcome it, finding a way to adapt. Saw him on TV, yeah. Wicked story, man. So, there's always a way. You just have to think problem solving. Like at the moment, if you're thinking negatively and you can't, in negative thoughts, you're never going to find the solutions, right? But where you go positive, and you go, no, I'm going to find a way to fix this. I'm going to find a way that I can adapt, right? And that, again, you claim your own power back. This is with anything in life, right? It's like after a breakup or anything, grieving process, all these things, right? It comes back in time, right? You figure it out, but you just have to keep moving forward. That's all. It doesn't have to be big leaps forward. Things take time. I think that's where a lot of people suffer. Certainly I have in life, is wanting to turn life around, wanting life to improve, and then being impatient about it, like expecting it to happen too quickly, thinking I'm going to get through it in a week. No, it's going to take months. But that's all right. Just keep at it. The more I think about it, the more I go, oh, this is taking longer than I thought. The more I'd spend doing that, the less I'm going to make progress at it. So Just trying to remind myself of that. Oh yeah, okay, Mike. Yeah, I have to check out your profile later, Mike. The pictures are very small on here for me. Yeah, my eyesight can't see these pictures too well usually. I'll check out your channel, bud. Make sure you also heard that guy crazy story. Kurt with another 5 memberships. You're crazy, Kurt. I love it, man. Thank you, bro. Mike got one. Mike got the first membership. Kurt gifted there. I think the YouTube's starting to figure out who to gift the memberships to give them to the right people. Carmen NZ. G'day, Carmen NZ. Heartful Crochet 1982. Nice name. I wonder if they do some content there. Blue, Real Outdoor Living got one. Oh, awesome. Thank you very much for that. As always, Kurt, bro. You're crazy with the memberships. I do appreciate it, man. G'day, Kindness. How are you, mate? How are you? Managed to make it in the door, mate. Good to see you. I love you. Hi. Hello, Messi. Good to see you again, mate. How are you? Adam, how's it going, mate? How's it going? And when I say, just so you guys know, when you come in the chat and you say hi and I say, how's it going? It's not rhetorical. I'm asking you, how are you going? How's your day? How's your week? What's going on? Are you good? Are you bad? Now, I'm not just saying hello. I'm saying, g'day, mate. How are you? Right? How are you? You let me know. Let me know how your day's been, your weekend. Good news, bad news, whatever it is. We can talk. Hope you're all going well. I just want to help. I appreciate it, Kurt, man. You are helping with that, bro. I really appreciate it, man. Every little bit of donor and membership and stuff helps, man, for sure. So, yeah, you're a legend, bro. Love it. Good, thanks, says Messi. What do you mean no one cares? Oh, see, that's a silly thing to do. It's a silly thing to do. It's a silly thing to do. We've got it on subscriber-only chat. You have to subscribe for a minute to be here. And you said hi, and I said hello to you, and said, oh, how are you going? And then you said to my moderator, Kurt, no one cares. Why would you say that to a moderator? It's not very smart. How do you become a member? You can, well, at the rate Kurt throws out memberships, you might land one eventually. But down on the side there, where the dollar sign is, there's super chats. So you can get a membership, but you don't have to or anything, mate. But if you want to, yep, they're there. If you want to support the channel at all, just down over there on there. Once you click that, then it brings up memberships and stuff. Had the craziest stream session yesterday, so many laughs. I was hoping you were on today. Needed a break from myself. Needed a break from myself. Oh, geez, mate. Yeah, I've been, I did some stuff in the garage today, sorting through the hordes of parts. So I'm making good progress on that. I'm very happy with that, actually. It's been daunting in my mind for a long time, so it's good to make progress. G'day, Shy. Great to see you again, mate. How are you? Australia, right? New Zealand, Mike. New Zealand. Oh, subscriber only now. That's nice. So there's no trolls to pop in and out. Yeah, sometimes you get them, Electro. That they'll subscribe and wait a minute, or they're trolls who subscribed long ago, the last time they were here. But no, yeah, it's my way of cleaning up the chat. I figure, hey, if people are going to subscribe, they're probably here for over a minute before they decide to subscribe anyway, or before they ask a question. So, I think it's a good filter. Seems to be going well. It makes it a clean chat rather than all this bullcrap coming in. We can actually, and I found I can keep up with the chat now. Catch everyone. I'm okay. How about you, says Shy? Yeah, going all right. Yeah, good progress today. Just, buzzing along. Yeah, enjoying life. I had a bit of a tough week last week mentally and was just struggling a bit, but just kept chipping through and kept chipping away at the garage and stuff, and, seeing some progress now. I think the trip to the beach on the motorbike helped. That was a good little escape. I ran away with Susie's motorbike because my one's broken. Oh, did it? What'd you do there, Messi? You alright, mate? Yeah, the membership thing that you mean, Messi. Yeah, you get a pretty green name. It didn't come up for me if you got a membership. I don't know. Maybe YouTube's been goofy. Yeah, I got confused. I'm gonna lie, My secret guy. Yeah. The secret, the new truck. Yeah, kindness knows. Yeah, shush. Anybody who knows, there's a couple of people on my channel know what the new truck is. But yeah, we're keeping it secret and exciting for now. Build some. Mike turned green. Yeah, you got one of your memberships there, Kurt. Yeah, you got the first one of the 5. Absolutely legendary, bro. Thank you, bro. Now I know someone from New Zealand. I'm in North Carolina, 2:52 in the morning. You do, Mike, you do. And now I know someone from North Carolina. Arizona, yeah, Kurt's over Arizona there. Yeah, we got a lot of America in here. A lot of Americans, should I say. Can you see the motorbike? If you look on the last stream I did earlier today, man, we were in the garage and the motorbikes were there. I did a bit of a look at the motorbikes during that stream if you want to check that out later on. If you just go to my channel and go to the live tab, it's the one before this one. It's called Garage something. Yeah. Just realised it was Susie back there. Thought it was one of the dogs who had moved around. Yeah, Susie does an incredible job that I'll be sitting here talking and like you can't see her at all. And then I'll lean this way and she'll I don't know how she does it. The best is when the eyes appear here. See, like that, just on the shoulder. You're my parrot. Shiver me timbers. Hey, say shiver me timbers. So I know she won't. That's what makes it so fun to prompt you at that, because, yeah, she's not as self-deprecating as I am. Because I just don't care. Give the bro a like, please, everyone. I agree, kindness, I agree. Oh, we hit 20 likes there. Thank you, guys. She got the Kim Possible stealth moves. Man, I haven't heard of that show in a long time. You remember that? Kim Possible?
Yeah.
Disney, yeah, like, I think, was it Disney or Nickelodeon? Kim Possible was Disney, was I don't know. The information in my head from the 90s, man. The old shows, old references and stuff. Congrats on, Yep, Kurt's nearly there. Kurt's nearly 39. Another 16 minutes away. Enjoy your youth there, Kurt. Yeah, it's been, I tell you what, when I hit my 30s, I found it really inconvenient. When I hit 30, I found it really inconvenient. I was like, man, I never planned for this. Everybody I rode motorbikes with and that, everyone used to laugh at me and judge me and whatever. On the motorbike forums, they go, oh, dude, the way you ride on our group rides, you're crazy the way you ride a motorbike. You're not going to live to 30. And I believed that back when I was about 22, 23 and stuff. I was like, oh, all right. Guess we'll have fun then and be careful in the meantime. But then I hit 30 and it was like, hang on, everybody said I wasn't meant to make it this far. And then I went to the racetrack when I was about 35, 36 and did like 30 different track days, crashed it 3 times, still here. So now at 39, I'm like, yeah. After all that, I thought, oh, well, I guess we're trucking along. It's been good, though. We met a Susie and got the dogs I always wanted, building a house. Yeah, I don't know, can't complain. But yeah, I didn't think I was going to be around this long when I was younger. I think, yeah, the youngest in here at 19. Yeah, we're a bunch of unks in here now, man. I'm 39. I'm 40 next year. Kurt's blooming turning 39 in about another 14 years. It's past 7 freckles here. I can relate, Mark. It does feel like that. Like you never planned that far ahead and only live for the moment. Yeah. It says in all my mental health paperwork back when I was a teenager, they used to sit me in a room with a microphone hanging from the roof and be like, and how does that make you feel? And what do you think about this? And I have the documents of what it came back. And that's actually my list. I've never mentioned this, right? But that list of the documentation of they were going to get me to go into a unit and, we're going to help get carers in to help you, and no, you won't have a car license. You'll just catch the bus and all this stuff, right? And I went, no, I don't want that, right? But I had all their interviews with me in there, and it was like, Mark has no understanding of the big picture of life. He can't foresee any of it. He's just, yeah. And then, like, I look through that list, and it's like a checklist of shit I need to fix about myself to this day, man. That gets me more than anything. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a checklist of the shit wrong with me that needed to be rectified. That they were, they'd built a whole structured plan about rectifying all this. But yeah, it took me about 33 years old, man. I really started to wake up more to it. It's the usual age is 33. So just deal with depression. I get sad. Like, I feel that. feel that, Mike. It's there, but I'm learning these days to override it, essentially, right? The way I've beat my depression is sometimes depressive thoughts are still there, but not letting the seed germinate, not letting it take root and take over my life. Just trying to move forward even 10 minutes at something and, okay, well, I'm depressed, whatever. I know that staying still and being depressed and not doing something is going to make me more depressed, right? I know it's just a downward spiral that's, rock bottom has basements. I learned that. When you think you're at rock bottom and shit gets worse, that's called the multiple basements of rock bottom. They're not fun. So yeah, I always remind myself of I know where the negative thoughts go. I know if I have negative thoughts and stuff and I let them take over, then I'm going to be depressed, then I'm going to be in bed, then I'm going to hate myself even more, and we're just down that hole, right? So I try catch it early and just go put 10 minutes, like the moment I'm starting to feel that bit depressed, that bit stressed, sometimes it's 10 minutes of work, sometimes it's 10 minutes of a video game or something to calm down. Sometimes it's 10 minutes to sit outside on the deck and have a coffee and run around with the dogs, right? But the moment those thoughts come, catching it, because you know that it's never done anything for you, the negative thoughts, the depression, it's never done anything good. So yeah, so that's what I remind myself of to stay out of that hole. It's like, okay, well, it's never served me. I know if I'm positive about it, I know if I'm trying, hey, well, let's, sometimes if you don't laugh, you'll cry. I get it. Definitely feel that. Negative thoughts lead to cortisol spikes, which make you feel worse. Yeah, that's it, man. Just like yourself, Marcus says, a learning experience we both went through. That's it, Stormler. Just because something goes wrong or you fail at something, it doesn't mean you failed. It means the thing you were attempting to do failed. It doesn't mean you personally, as a human, as you failed. You didn't fail. You were trying to learn something new, If a kid falls off a bicycle while they're learning to ride a bicycle, is that child a failure? No. Well, what did you do as a kid when you fell off your bike? You got back on, you rubbed some dirt in it, and got back out there, right? So it's that kind of mentality. It's okay. You take a tumble. It doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean that you're, kids don't crash a bike trying to do a dirt jump they made in their backyard and go, oh, I'm a failure. I fail at everything. I suck at everything. They go, oh, I crashed. I failed that thing. It's not, I'm a failure, right? So it's about the story you tell yourself, The Muffin Man? Muffin Man. Don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. That's all right, Jenny. People say that. They go, oh, man, I wish we were back in like the early 2000s or the 90s, the old CDs of this, of that, of that, of that, of that. It's like, you can still have it all, Like old video games. People are like, oh, video games were better back in the day, It's like, well, do what I did. You buy a PlayStation 2. I got a CRT. I don't have a normal modern TV, right? I have a CRT TV this big, and I have a PlayStation 2. I don't do online gaming. I don't get people yelling stuff at me all over the microphone. I don't get crashed off the track anymore. And I was world number 2 in Forza Motorsport on Xbox online. But I gave it all up because it got too toxic. Now I just play PlayStation 2. It's very fun. I enjoy it. So yeah, world number 2 in the biggest racing game online. Now I sit here and I play PlayStation 2. Nobody slams me off the track. Nobody's abusing me through a microphone. Nobody's... no drama. I can enjoy video gaming like I did when I was a kid. I love it. I kick her ass at it too. Yeah. Yeah. Me and Susie, we played 2-player. So we've done some streams on it, right? We played 2-player motorbike racing. Tourist Trophy, which is the motorbike version of Gran Turismo 4, or we play like Gran Turismo 4 or something. Was a pretty looking game. Yeah, they made some quite good ones, Stormy. Forza 4 was my favourite. Forza Motorsport 4. And when they had the Fuji Kaido Mountain, that was my favourite track, but they got rid of it for the later ones. Apparently they brought it back now anyway. I don't have time for it. Price of pedals embedded in my ass from crashing my bike in the 1980s. Me too, Jenny, I'd say so. The amount of soap boxes we flipped down hills and bicycles we crashed and stuff, yeah. I was born in 87, so I was out in the streets and me and my friends were out in the 90s, building dirt jumps and, skateboard. Like, Man, it would have been, I was born in 87. I would have been about 10 years old. Maybe 12. I would have been about 12. So it would have been 1999. In 1999, in suburban Auckland City in New Zealand, man, we had 3 skate ramps on my front lawn. They were like quarter pipes, and we'd drag them out onto the footpath. Sometimes you just leave them on the footpath overnight outside the house. And I'm talking like these are like 6-foot high skate ramps I built for BMX and skating, right? Nobody cared. It was like a reasonably nice neighborhood. Nobody gave a crap. Now imagine doing that now. Imagine the kids get outside and put skate ramps all over the blooming sidewalks and stuff, right? So yeah, the good old days, man. Yeah, the amount of trouble we used to get in home built soap boxes was hilarious, man. Find a downhill, and we'd build them up. Usually it was a timber frame, right? It was 2 bits of 4x2 and an A-frame shape, right? So you put a bolt through the front of it. You had a bit of 4x2 with some wheels on it off a shopping trolley, right? Then you had like an A-frame, like a trailer. Then you had a couple of bits of wood at the back. One bit of wood had the wheels on it, and the other one was a little front mount for the seat. And you sat there with a bit of string, a couple of eyelet hooks, and a bit of string, and went down the hill on the thing, right? An old plastic school seat, screwed onto it. A couple of wood screws, We used to say, yeah, let's go down the hill, boys. Like the amount of tumbles we went for. We were indestructible as children, I tell you. Feel like your feelings have been hurt. Have I missed something? What have I missed? G'day, Bango. Good to see you, mate. Cruise in the USA. Yeah, I do. Love Cruise in the USA or on an arcade thing. Yeah, I've looked at those, Leech. I have thought about getting one of those in future as one of those arcade machines, but they've got like all the games in them, Be a nice thing to have around the house to play on, yeah. I always like pinball as well. My favorite Chinese takeaway restaurant in Auckland had a Rocky and Bullwinkle pinball machine, and I want it. I want it so bad. I need a Rocky and Bullwinkle pinball machine. My dinner used to go cold there. I'd wait for my order, and I'd be doing really well on the pinball machine. I had all the records on it, but my dinner was cold. They'd have my dinner there like, oh, we keep warm for you. You'll keep playing the Rocky Bullwinkle. And I'm like putting coins in, like, yeah. And yeah, they'd leave my dinner in the warmer for me. It was nice of them. Nintendo DS. I've got a Nintendo DS here somewhere. It has I bought a car off somebody once, and I got the car home, and under the seat I found a Nintendo DS with the game Barbie Glam Pups in it. And I said, oh man, is this like, your little sister or something, like, I'm sure some kid wants this back, right? He's like, oh, no, I don't care. Oh, yeah, no, you keep that, bro, yeah, for whatever. So there you go, yeah. I've played, the only Nintendo DS game I've played is Barbie Glam Pups. You played it, didn't you? Didn't I get it out of the cupboard? And oh, yeah, you played a bit of Barbie Glam Pups. So yeah, there you go. So I do have a Nintendo DS. If anybody can recommend a game I should get for it. It's like a 3D freaking thing. I don't know. It's in the cupboard. It's green. I don't know. Is it still in the cupboard?
It's over here.
Over there. I'll see if you can find it, love. I don't know. Kids now don't ever even leave the house. I think they are a bit more now these days, Storm. Apparently the new generation are getting outside more. But yeah, for many years I noticed that, man. For the last 10, 15 years I noticed that. Like the kids, you see them maybe walking home from school, and beyond that, like they used to be outside, yeah, riding bikes and stuff. Yeah, you don't see that. You go to Auckland City in the suburbs. We used to always be out in the dead end streets, playing on our bikes, playing street hockey and roller skates, whatever. We're always doing something. And yeah, now you just roll around the streets. It's like nobody's anywhere. You find the DS, mate? Oh, we going hunting, just going prowling.
In this box here.
I think it's in that box there. All right. Well, don't go to deep management. Don't fuss too much. Oh, I'm with all that paperwork I need to sort through. Oh, yeah, it's another task there. What's your name? I'm sorry. My name is Mark. Mike. M-A-R-K. Not with a C. I'm not French or something. I'm not quite Mark Marquez. At the track, they do call me the Kiwi Marc Marquez because apparently I'm nuts, but that's about as close as we get. You know why they call me the Kiwi Marc Marquez at New Zealand racetracks? Because I will push the thing until it crashes. Well, I can do laps all day long, but when I'm trying to learn something and learn to go quicker, I'll push the thing, and my goal is I'm going to push this thing until it lets go. And where does it crash? And apparently you're not allowed to do that at motorcycle track days. I learned that. They got annoyed with me because I crashed in 2 track. I hadn't crashed for like 10 track days. Never crashed, whatever. And then there were 2 track days in a row, and I had 3 crashes. And they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm testing the limits of the bike." And they're like, "What? So you're like pushing it till it crashes? Like you didn't just crash?" I'm like, "Well, no. I'm like pushing it. I've got to find the limits of the bike. I'm getting ready to go racing." And they're like, "Oh no, you can't do that at track days." I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "These are training days." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm training to go racing. I'm going to go fast. I'm going to find out where the limits of the bike are. Where do I crash it? I don't know." And they're like, no, you can't do that. That's we have health and safety rules. And I'm like, "But we're at a racetrack. I've signed a bit of paper that says you're indemnified. If I write myself off on my 1000cc race bike, it's not your problem." But they can still get in trouble for that in New Zealand. And the person, like, he's like, "Oh, I can't, if you have one more crash, I can't allow you to come to my events because it's all liability insurance and stuff." They'll go, "If you get killed or something, it's, well, why was this guy out on track after 4 crashes?" And it's like, yeah. So what I got told was, if you want to be able to crash, go racing. I'm just saying. It was my understanding you showed up with a race bike to a racetrack and you rode the damn thing without essentially being policed, right? You know, obviously you're respectful of other riders, but, you know, if I want to push my own motorbike till I come off it, you know, while, you know, not intentionally, you know, I'm pushing it, but eventually, you know, you run out of talent. That's my way of riding a motorcycle on a track, man. I can't do it on the street. So, yep. So, are you allowed to do that in America? If I go to America and I'm traveling America for 6 months or something, can I go to a racetrack and can I actually crash a race bike? And they're not going to be like, "Oh, no, you can't crash it." You can't crash a race bike at a racetrack. Because it's getting a bit ridiculous here, I must say. You know. We're out there on like my race bike it's 180 kilograms and it's 192 wheel horsepower. Like, it ain't slow, right? 192 wheel horsepower and it's 190 kilograms. So what's that, about 400 pounds, 420 pounds? Motorcycle with 200 horsepower and it ain't slow. Tell you that. At the Derby you can somewhere. Yeah, Mike, exactly, yeah. But yeah, they frown upon it at track days if you you try and cut down your lap time and eventually run out of talent. They don't like it. My friends called me the roach on games because I was always the worst and I knew it, but I was always getting away and escaping dire situations. Yeah, Electra, I got told that. A flatmate of mine once, he was a really high-ranked Counter-Strike player, and this is like 20 years ago, so he was, you know, it was a house full of video gamers, right? And I moved in there and they're like, "Oh, start playing Counter-Strike with us." And I was like the new guy. And then me and him would have a game against each other. And I kept winning. And I'm like, "Dude, how am I beating you?" And he's like, "Because you're unpredictable." He's like, "You have no idea what you're doing." He's like, "So I'm used to this game that I check certain angles and there's certain places people will be. And there's a pattern I've recognized." He's like, "I never know with you because you'll just run anywhere on the map. Ways people would never go because it's too risky. You somehow get through that back way and then you appear behind me. And like, there's no way you should be there." And I'm like, "I don't know." So that was always funny. Yeah, the dumb luck of new gaming, right? By being unpredictable, anybody who is really good at a video game and is used to, they're used to predicting what people will do. So a new player with no idea is so unpredictable that, you can catch out the top players. Just, yeah, it's an interesting thing to think about. You know, because everything they've considered and trained for is against people like themselves, being tactical and whatever. They're not prepared for the new person running and being a goofball. Makes it entertaining, throwing a cat amongst the pigeons. Gotta get myself up and moving. Happy birthday, man. Yeah. Talk to you later, guys. Yep, happy birthday. There's a birthday time now, is it, Kurt? I think we crossed over. Have we? I check the hour here. Yep, we're over. Happy 39th birthday to my moderator, Kurt. Big shout out to you, my bro. Thank you for all your support of the channel, bro. You're an incredible person, man. And thank you for sharing your story. And let's see in a year, mate. Before you're 40, let's see what we can crank out of you. Eh? I gotta keep pushing hard, mate. I'm 40 in May next year, so there's a lot of goals I have here. It's progressing each day, and there's, they've got to be done by the time I'm 40. Garage has to be finished. The 2 cabins got to be done, and a deck between the 2 cabins. It's got to be done before I turn 40. That's the standard. Oh, getting a semi-back rub there. Oh, is that a pat of approval, is it? All right, love. Thanks, love.
Can do it.
You can do it. What's Bingo? Why are you so grumpy there, Bingo? If I missed something from you, we're talking about Nintendo DS. I talked about the Nintendo DS. So what's the grumpy? What's going on, Bingo? I'm not ignoring you. Oh, you look at me. You're hunting for the DS. I thought it might be up there still. I think it might be in the bottom. A green one should be there. Either that or it's in the cupboard with the gaming. So don't worry, it's all right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So this is a DS that came in a car I bought once, and I asked him if they wanted it back, and he said no. It's got Barbie Glam Pups in it. I don't know, I haven't used it for a couple of years. Let's see. Does it turn on? Might turn on. I don't know. Maybe not. I guess I have to charge it. But yeah, it's got the only game I have for that is what came in it, Barbie Glam Pups, which is why I said to him, I said, mate, like, surely somebody wants to be. He's like, oh, I don't know. Ended up in his car somehow. He said, just keep it. You're sad today. What are you sad about there, Bingo? I'm sorry if I missed a message, mate. What's going on? No, I won't cancel it, Kurt. It's yeah, I've been thinking a lot about the chats we have here and stuff, man. I definitely need to keep it YouTube. I think there's people who rely on me. No, yeah, g'day, Gary Warren. Good to see you, mate. We don't see you around much, Gary Warren. I did name the channel mascot after you, Gary. We've got Gary the Possum. He's got quite a reputation now. Because you were always telling me to go to the garage, Gary. And there's a possum in my garage that lives in there for the last couple of years. So his name is now Gary. So just so you know, you're always with us, Gary, in the shed. You wanted more shed streams? We've always got a Gary in the garage with us. He lives up on the shelves somewhere at the moment. Been working hard, mate. Love to hear it. Good stuff, man. Making some progress, I hope, mate. Things going well. Yeah, we're going to do an emoji of Gary the Possum soon. I've got to find an old stream that actually had Gary the Possum in it. He's up there on the shelf on the roof of the garage, but he's pretty reclusive now. But he was living among all my car seats, Gary. Gary the Possum was living among all my car seats stored away on the top shelf in the back corner of the garage where they wouldn't get damaged, all my upholstery, right? And Gary the Possum was living among them, ripping the foam apart on some of them. So, yeah, Gary the Possum is not overly popular with me at the moment. So I moved all the chairs out, and Gary's now moved up to the roof area. He's a good old boy, yeah. He's going to get kicked out of the garage very soon. Now I've finished building the floor. I'm about to close up the last bit of the garage probably tomorrow. So we'll leave a little gap for Gary to get out or open the garage door. And once he heads off for the night, I think Gary's off to himself. G'day, Posh Spice. How are you, mate? Oi. Craig Posh Spice on the house. How are you, mate? Craig kept calling me Lollipop ongoing after a chat we had one night. He nicknamed me Lollipop, so he's now Craig Posh is now Posh Spice. I like that one. That just came to me at the time in Rob's chat there, Craig. Posh. I was like, what can I do with Craig Posh? I was like, oh yeah, Posh Spice, that'll do. Lollipop oneself, yeah. Love you, Craig. How you going, mate? How's things in your life, mate? What's going on? Who's got some good news, bad news, whatever? Hey, for once we actually, I'm just wasting my time scrolling. Isn't the top voted thing in here? That's good. That's a nice change. I'm great. You, says Craig. Yeah, going well, man. Going well. Chipping away in the garage today, making some progress. So yeah, happy days. I'm a bit upset. Went to fire up the old DS and Barbie Glam Pups ain't booting up. Guess I have to charge it. Usually it sits in the cupboard a couple of years and it just works, this thing, to be honest. I have to find the charger now. Oh, I don't know. You will go now. What do you mean you'll go now? You said you were sad, and then I didn't. There we go. A guy in the chat said I can't talk to him anymore because I'm autism and can't understand lives. Oh, don't worry about that, Bingo. I will always get to your question, Bingo. I'm sorry if I'm sorry if I do. I do miss the odd message, mate. Don't take it personally or anything, mate. I just you know me. I ramble on about a topic, then I have to catch up. But you know, a guy in a chat said I can't talk to him anymore because I'm autistic and can't understand lives. That's fine. That's one person's opinion. It doesn't mean they're right. Right? Just don't associate with that person. That's fine. Don't worry about them. They're a dick. That's what this channel's for, man. Hang out here. You're alright. Anybody talks to you like that here, I'll ban their ass. You're fine. Fine with us. You know, you've always got to, you know, there's different places for everybody in the world. You know, my channel isn't for everybody, or we'd have, 6 billion people viewing. If my channel was for everyone, everybody would be glued to my channel. All 6 billion people on the earth with internet would be watching it. But, you know, the world doesn't work that way. So don't worry about opinions of people, mate. You do you, honey boo-boo. Gary the Garage Possum is an adamant fan of the garage name Gary on streaming, and Gary loves to see Gary in the garage on the seats of garages Gary's home. It's a tongue twister. Oh, yeah, bleh. You're trying to do to me, man. Oh, no, it was a Nintendo DS. It came in a car once. We got talking about Nintendo little handheld things. So, yeah, Nintendo DS. Funny thing about it is the posh, and my name stands for Posh Spice. All right, well, that's all right then. I like it. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want, Craig. Zigga zigga ah. Man, that was an era, wasn't it? The 90s, early 2000s. What an era that was, man. Spice Girls and that. Yeah, bro, I got a question for you. Sure, Kai, go for it, man. How you going, dude? We like questions. Now that song's stuck in my head. You're welcome, Electro. Electro, I thought you were about 19, mate. How come you've heard the Spice Girls? What's going on there? Oh, Mike, I can't talk about that on here. No, I'm trying to give up the smoking, man. I said yesterday, if I forgot to call the quit line people for my cigarette smoking today, that people could give me shit and chat and hold me accountable. So I forgot to call them. I remembered it a couple of times, but I was doing other stuff. I was like, I need to call them later. And then it got too late and I haven't called them. So I will wear the cone of shame on that one. 99 gigs of 750. Oh, yeah, the old S-Rad. Old S-Rad. I also like the TL1000s with the big hump tail on them. That's the era of Suzuki's I like, for sure. Spice World is classic, mate. Get it back on me. Oh, thanks, Kurt. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you, brother. But yeah, we're trying to lay off them. You don't want to know what the other reason to really quit smoking in New Zealand. A pack of cigarettes is 40 New Zealand dollars. That is $40, like 20 US. About what? 25 US dollars for that, with all the taxes and stuff. Just so you know, that's the main reason I want to get away from them, man. Yeah, it's like 25 US dollars a pack. Yep, same in UK, Aussie, all that, right? A lot of the world can't believe that. They're like, oh wait, they're like $3 a pack. It's like, no, not over here. They put all the tax on them for the health care, right? Health effects, and to inspire. They put the price up a couple of bucks a pack every 6 months to inspire you to quit smoking. No, don't worry about it, kid. Don't worry about it, bro. You're all right, mate. But yeah, so it's another reason. Make sure I get away from them. Put them into healthier things. Put them into better things. See, I'm just going to go to nicotine patches because that's all my body's really craving is the nicotine. It's not craving a cigarette or a vape, right? Philip Morris said that in 1971, CEO of the biggest cigarette company at the time. He said, the cigarette is not the product. The cigarette is the packaging. He's like, the product we are selling is nicotine. Everything else around it is packaging to consume the nicotine, which is why they've got Tylenols and they're all cough suppressants, right? But he said, what we actually sell is nicotine. We don't, everything else is packaging. Right, so it's the same for a vape, it's the same for a nicotine patch or anything. So I'll take the nicotine patches, get my nicotine in, at least my lungs will start to recover, I'll start to get my health back that way, and then I'll wean down the nicotine. Right? I think it's a good way to do it. I'm the old man in my friend group, got 8 tracks, cassette, vinyl, you know me, anything before 2010, I've heard of it or do research on it because I love history and antiques, that's how rad, bro. Right, man. Where did that come from in your life there, Electro? Is that family connections or stuff? With you got the old 8 tracks and that? Oh, I've just seen another blooming dono pop up at the bottom. Oh, God. Kurt. Yeah, now you can choose to get a pick on me. Ah, Kurt, you crack me up, man. Thank you, bro. But yeah, all the channel money, bro, I try and put back at the channel, to be honest. So I want to put it, at this stage, everything, maybe someday, YouTube pays me enough, I can go on a holiday somewhere or something. But at the moment, it's like, okay, I need a drone for the channel. I need like multiple GoPros or Insta360s. I need new tripods. I need ring lights. I need all sorts. So that's what it's all going to go to is try to grow the channel beyond the live streams and do long form stuff and make the live streams better. Right now we got a random light that's sitting loose here. I want to make a nicer little studio and stuff in the cabin and that. So, the plan there. I'm a shit. You're a legend, mate. I love it, Kurt. I'm meant to be giving you something on your birthday, Kurt. We got this all twisted, mate. Kurt, how are you going on the subs there, bro? Because we were trying to get you to 50 subs, were we not? You're growing, man. Yeah, S-Rad, yeah, boy. Yeah, the old S-Rads, man. I always loved the TL1000s, man. The thump of a big TL1000. Beautiful machine. Just yeah, the sound of them. You get a Suzuki TL1000 with some Yoshi pipes on it, some Yoshi tri-ovals. Oh, mate. Not the carbon tri-ovals, so the stainless ones, right? I think they did a carbon version as well. Actually, that might have been the twin brothers did the carbon Kevlar ones. I used to work on the TL1000s, big old beast. Yeah. Then they had the rotary rear shock, right? It's because they had to clear the back engine head was so far back. Yeah, they had to put in a rotary shock into it. Apparently, that was like their main weakness, right? Was the rotary shock, and them had a bit of issues. Not got no content, but would like to try live help, folks. Yeah, Kurt, we got to get you to get some content up, mate. Put up a birthday video, mate. That's what I'd do, Kurt. Put up a video today and be like, guys, I'm trying to get 50 subs to go live. It's my birthday, so if you don't sub, you're a big meanie. And just upload that. And just put hashtag shorts on the title. Anytime you put up a short on YouTube, if you're creating, make sure you put hashtag shorts in it, or it ain't going anywhere. Pretty much. I'm like, yeah, good, RJ. Yeah, we're just buzzing along, man. That's it. I was spraying them up from imports. Nice, man. Yeah. Some of those old bikes is commanding serious money now. There's a lot of old bikes I'd like to own, but it's also the actual ownership and getting parts and stuff is difficult. The thing I actually want most as another road bike is I want a Honda Goldwing. So sit Susie on the back of carve up the twisties and fly past some Ducatis and stuff that think they're quick. And I could do with a Goldwing. Just give me a moment, folks. Just had a headache. Just go like this. Straight up there. Whoop, whoop, and just bang right there. Real made me dizzy. Hang on. Oh, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm alright. Just bit of a head rush on that one. Oh. Alright. Go figure. Yeah. Dizzy. One moment, folks. Shit. Getting old. I'm not even 40 yet. You know what? I'm going to have some water. Hang on, guys. Sorry. Just give me a moment, eh? Oh, shit. Have some straight water will be a good idea. Probably haven't had enough today. Knowing me. ADHD and drink water. Ow. I know a guy that knows Goldwings in and out. I'd love to help. Oh, tempting good. Yeah, I'm looking at like old. I want like the old school old man Goldwing, right? I don't want like a modern one. I want like an old school with the chrome rails and pinstripe and, you know, and that's what I'm into. Oh, man. Come back to reality on that one. We're good. Yeah. Drink water, folks. Remember to drink water. As a reminder, if you have ADHD at this time, or at any time, I suppose you got it all the time. If you have ADHD or something, now is your reminder to drink water. Brought to you by Create Your Outcome, your favourite YouTube channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. For more great content and the release on my new truck next week, please subscribe to my channel. We have a new Toyota truck coming very soon. And I had the time of my life, and I've never felt this way before. And I swear. Oh. Anyway, so the autism's coming out. You're welcome. Like I said, it's not all serious on this channel. Sometimes I put on a show. How's the missus?
Good.
She's over there, yeah, about over there. Something, you know, Mutt. Hi.
Hey, hey. Rest.
You what in her what? You did what with a sheep and a goat?
What?
Oh, boss always used to say it to me. He was a motorbike wrecker. And whenever I worked for the guy for like 6 months, stripping out motorbikes and stuff, and this wrecker's motorbike only wrecker, right? And every time the guy couldn't hear you, he'd go to say something, he'd be like, you did what with a sheep and a goat? I'll never forget that. I worked for him when I was about 18. I'll never forget that. Bastard. Bloody, he was mostly a Ducati. He was wrecking Ducatis and stuff down Auckland. Yeah, interesting fella. Classic New Zealand line, yep. Anyway. G'day, Trilly J. How are you, mate? Good to see you again. The old man had a Goldwing from the 70s or early 80s, can't remember. Bro, I drink more water than I eat food. Put an RO system in my house. RO? What's that? I've only had sleep, pork rinds, and 2 Arnold Palmers. What is an Arnold Palmer, darling? Jamie, pull up the... Not confusion. Google. Come on, man. Fucking snappy. Why does it smell like wee in here? Make it quick. Make it snappy. Make it funny. Sorry. I did enjoy that movie, The Gentleman. Oh, I don't know. He said it's He said he's only had sleep, pork rinds, and 2 Arnold Palmers. What is an Arnold Palmer?
I think it's a drink.
Popular non-alcoholic beverage combining iced tea and lemonade. Named after the legendary American professional golfer, it is traditionally mixed with equal parts, half and half, or a slightly higher ratio of bold black iced tea to sweet tart lemonade. Ingredients and ratio variations. Oh, what's the John Daly? John Daly's the alcoholic version. I know who John Daly is. That's funny. The alcoholic version of that drink is called a John Daly. That's that guy who was, the guy who just showed up, pissed drunk as, and like Hawaiian shirts, grey beard.
Yeah.
You see his stomp everyone. I've shown you that story. That's funny, man. The John Daly. Yeah, I know, truly, Jay. Shh. Can't trust him with a sheep. Most definitely not, mate. You're not old enough yet. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, you got to be 21 over there, eh? You're like 19. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Palmer's, he's a famous golfer, and that's the non-alcoholic version. Yeah, the alcoholic version is called a John Daly. Oh, thank you, Google. It's amazing. Do meds really help ADHD? They do. They made me totally focus. The reason I gave them up 20 years ago, was I got a lot done. I fitted in socially. I didn't talk too much or whatever. I was a normal person, right? So that's great for everybody else, but it's not great for the person with the ADHD. So I was achieving all these things, doing really, really well, and everyone's going, "You're doing so amazing." And because of the meds, I felt hollow. I felt unaccomplished. I felt empty because the meds essentially all they do is push the dopamine up, right? That's what ADHD is it's a deficiency of dopamine. So you need more than 2 times the amount of dopamine of a normal person. When you wake up in the morning, your dopamine is through the floor, right? So that's what it builds up. Why did you avoid my serious question? I'll have a look, mate. But before I scroll, I'm just gonna channel activity. This is my serious question ever asked. What's the best Coca-Cola? Or I like vanilla Coca-Cola, to be honest. But tonight I have the original, and it's coming apparently Germany FIFA can today. I don't know why it needs that on it, but yeah, that's sort of why I got away from them, man. Was just feeling trapped within yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I can't have Coke Zero, man. I can't have Coke Zero. Can't have Pepsi Max, and I can't have most chewing gums, especially any sugar-free chewing gum, because they have phenylalanine in them, and that put me in the hospital. Put me in the hospital for 3 days once, and 2 days another time because of the fake sugar and the Coke Zero. Yeah, because I was there getting heart scan and stuff, and all the doctors, cardiologists, didn't know what was wrong with me. Yeah, the cardiologist, he was an older guy. They're like, "Oh, well, we don't know. Your heart's not damaged. You seem all right." But I was having these like real fast palpitations that I'd be sitting on the floor, gasping for breath, and would not slow down. And eventually they would, and it was just like doof 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 doof. And yeah, the guy scanning my heart, he was a young fella, male nurse, and he'd scan the heart and that, and he went, "You don't drink like sugar-free drinks by chance, do you?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh yeah, I've seen like 5 people at least come through in the last couple of months." And it was, yeah, Coke Zero. I was trying to have a better option. Coke Zero, Pepsi Max, and then a couple of years ago I started having the problem. I was like, what's going on here? Why am I having all these heart palpitations? And it was the extra brand sugar-free chewing gum has phenylalanine in it. So yeah, so that's the only reason I can't have that sugar-free stuff. So if you ever know anybody, I tell the story because hey, if you never know anybody having that kind of problem, there you go. I only have that for Monster and Red Bull. Yeah, with Monster and Red Bull and stuff, it can usually be from the if they've got beta alanine in them. So if you get you get your eye twitching, or you feel like ants are crawling under your skin or something, that's beta alanine does that. So yeah, just watch out for beta alanine in drinks. If you start to get your eyes like twitching on its own, and you think, oh, I'm just too tired or whatever, it's yeah, too much beta alanine. So it's making like you get I'd have like too much of those like white monster sugar free and stuff. I'd get like a muscle in my back randomly start like pulsating and twitching, like it was a heart going at 120 beats per minute. So yeah, be careful with that stuff, man. I try to stay away from too much of it. That's why I didn't buy a big bottle of Coke, right? That costs the same amount of money, but it's limiting me. I'll just have 1 can of Coke. That's good. I've worked hard all day. I'm still craving it a bit, but I'm not going to go buy a big bottle and be like, oh, I'm going to make that last 3 days, because it won't. I'll have too much. So here we go. Seem to know a bit of the scientific end. Do you take any supplements? Oh, just personal experience, man. No supplements, no. I don't eat vegetables, though, if that helps. Oh, I eat pickles, but that's it. But historically, last 20 years, I basically haven't eaten vegetables. Like, if I order from a Chinese place or something that's got veggies in it, yeah, sure, but I don't cook up vegetables, in my day-to-day. That's my most unpopular opinion, probably. People pull back from that one. No, I don't eat. Brother, I want to ask something. Go for it, man. Harsh Rajora, how are you, my friend? Did your ADHD tic-tacs make you sleepy? I can't tell if mine is starting. Make me sleepy if I had a bad sleep schedule. They usually got, like, most of them have, like, just look into the specific medication, man. Just ask AI that question about it would be my advice, and just find out what usually they got a 12-hour on them. And then, so for that 12 hours, they'll kind of keep you up. So I always had to take my ADHD meds at like 7 in the morning, or probably 8 in the morning at latest when I was on them. We're talking 20 years ago, but I always took them at like 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning, so they'd worn off by 7 or 8 p.m. Then I'd start to wind down for the night. But otherwise, yeah, if I took them at like 9 a.m. or something, or 10 a.m., I'd be up till 2, 3 in the morning and stuff. It really messed up my sleep, man. So yeah, along with the other thing with like ADHD medications is you're not meant to mix them with other stimulants, and that's the main thing that screws up. Like, you have a dosage, and then, well, instead of 1 coffee that day, you have 5 coffees and a can of energy drink or something. Like, your dopamine is so high, you start to get overstimulated and like aggressive and stuff. So you do have to be careful of that. It's the main thing to regulate, I'd say, would be your diet. To sleep is number one of the most important things for human, function. But if you don't have the diet right, you're not going to sleep well. So people go, sleep is the most important, but it's not really. You can't really address sleep on its own. It's what's causing your sleep to be off. Is it like, for me, an hour before bed, I'll try and remember to put the blue light filter on my phone, right? The eye comfort shield. Have that on. If you're sleepy in the day, I find I'm sleepier in the day if the eye comfort shield is on. If I'm on my phone, rather than having full blue light, I actually find if the comfort shield's on, I find I feel a bit more drowsy. I feel like more like zoned out into my phone. Sea moss and spirulina supplements, basically multivitamin, but natural. Nice. Hello, Miguel. Great to see you again, Miguel. How are you, mate? How's your day been? You ever heard of Dr. Pepper 10? No, I haven't. There is a shop around here that sells a lot of Dr. Pepper, different cans, though, so I'll have a look here. Harsh said, I feel so alone. My friend betrayed me by stealing my laptop, and I got back because my father was a lawyer, but wasted my months of exam preparation because he broke it, and it took me 8 months. Harsh, what I'd say, man, is there's some shit people around. There's some horrible people around, man, and the world isn't fair. But it's just you've crossed the bridge, you've been through it. It sucks, but there's good people out there, right? But you just be careful who you choose as friends. Be careful who you let in, and yeah. So trust your gut feeling, man. That's the most important thing. With friends and stuff, there's still good people out there, but yeah, you learn to be a bit more guarded, a bit more careful. It would be preferred if we could just trust everybody, but unfortunately, that's the world, man. It took me 8 months to get it in a used position. Then I felt so depressed enough. 23, my life is like a roller coaster. How you win, Harsh, is you don't let that person destroy your life, right? It's happened. It's been your friend was in the wrong, right? But you're letting it own you now. You're letting it control you. You're letting it bring you down. Like nobody can be trusted. It's just one person, my friend. One person's actions, man. So the best thing you can do is out of you can use a bit of spite energy. It's not the best fuel, but use the fact that pisses you off, that somebody treated you poorly, to drive you. to drive you to get up. And you know what? I'll show you. People, you treat me like this, you think you'll knock me down, you don't care. Well, I'm going to succeed anyway. And then, you know, by the time you burnt out that fuel and that anger, you feel better about it, and you've got the evidence, and, you know, you carry on from there. And then you can be a bit more, you know, just positive and like, hey, it's working. Like, I'm back up on top now, right? So I would suggest, you know, if it's making you angry and stuff, don't let it make you angry into depression. Make it angry into action, of not something against them, of forgetting about what they did and how they treated you unfairly, and I'm going to succeed anyway, right? That's the best payback. And it's the best thing for your own life too, right? You don't let them win. It's like I get trolls on YouTube here, man. What's their goal? They're trying to get me to say something wrong so they can report me. They're trying to cause trouble, right? They're trying to take me down. You know, you never let them win, my friend. And yeah, any other questions, man? Go ahead, man. Can give a ton of advice for sleep supplements or natural methods because I have insomnia. Yeah, aliens, yeah, go for it, man. What do you suggest, man? I got a friend, D-Bird over on Men of Action, struggles a lot with you know, PTSD, being an ex-Marine and that, and insomnia. You know, that guy's, you know, he usually gets to bed about 10 a.m. and he's up at 2 a.m. He runs on 4 hours sleep a night, doing workouts on live every day. So yeah, he's been Veterans Hospitals, been through all sorts, man, but he doesn't want to obviously take any. His difficulty, aliens, is you know, he wants to provide and protect for his family, and that he used to have Ambien and stuff to help him sleep, and yeah, he got sleep, but he's like, well, if something happens or somebody breaks in or something, he needs to be awake to protect his family. So yeah, he doesn't take any of that stuff. But yeah, it would be good if we could find a way to help out old D-Bird if you know something. It sucks, but now you know who gets it done. Lock in, brother, and protect yourself from the bad. That's it, Kurt. That's it, man. How are you? Good morning. Yeah, good, Tina. Going all right, mate. How about yourself? Good, about to go to bed. Want to wish you a good stream. Thank you very much, Miguel. Much appreciated, man. Thank you for stopping in, bro, and dropping a. I'm sure you dropped a like for me, so I appreciate it. Appreciate it very much, man. But yeah, if you, as always, as I say, guys, like I'm on when I'm on. You don't even have to feel you have to be here. You know, if you need to get to sleep and get on with your life, you know, don't stay up on my account. You know, you come and go as you please, of course. So I do appreciate it. I got failed an exam. I feel so alone, so I have no friends. I cut them all. Perfect, Raj. Yeah, Harsh Rajora. Should I just call you Raj? Oh, I'll just say Harsh, right? I got failed an examination. I feel so alone, so I have no friends. I cut them all. That's all right, man. You've cut out the people that were. You've cut them out for a reason, right? You cut them out because you had enough of how they were. You can always find new friends, man. You know, I'm 39 years old. I have 5 people maximum I call true friends, right? You get a lot of acquaintances, a lot of people who will use you when they can and things like this, right? But you know, you'll know your true friends in time, man. Just go on your journey, bro. Just go on your journey and chase your hobbies, chase the things you want to enjoy. And on that path, you're going to find the people who also enjoy it, right? Because they'll be out there doing it too, you know? That's where you find the right people for you, man, through the activities you like to do. So if you like hiking and you go hiking up in the mountains, well, who are you going to meet hiking? Other people who like hiking, right? So it's all about where you put yourself. Like for me, I like motorcycles. So a lot of my friends, when I was really, really into motorbikes and did nothing but motorbikes, all my friends were motorcyclists, right? But, you know, we did more than just ride bikes. But yeah, when I stopped riding bikes for 8 years, they all vanished. They'd only call me up because I was a bike mechanic, and they'd be like, oh, the shops want too much. Can you help me out on the weekend? But, you know, I hadn't heard from them for 6 months. And they're like, oh, well, you don't ride bikes at the moment anymore. I'm like, oh, I'm having a break for a while. And they're, oh, well, we can't hang out. We can't do anything. But we used to, you know, we used to hang out at their houses, play video games. We used to go out and get a meal or something. And yeah, it all, you know, all just went that way. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean? Later in life, you find you know, the good people stay, and some people are only there for a season, you know? Some people only come into your life to teach you a lesson about what you don't want, right? So imagine your first relationship you ever had, if that had lasted forever, right? Or that had worked versus, you know, the other experiences you had, like, you know? Like I had to have bad relationships to value Susie and who she is as a person. You know, I wouldn't have appreciated her if I hadn't been through the suffering I've been through. I wouldn't have had that level of respect and understanding, you know? So everything teaches us something. Like, when bad things happen or things change in life, it doesn't mean it's a bad change. It might hurt, it might be lonely, but it's things you have to clean out the old to make room for the new. Old things go, new things come and take their place. Sometimes there's a little bit of a position between, but in that time, just focus on yourself, enjoy your life, focus on being true to yourself and what you enjoy and who you want to be, and you're going to attract the right people. You never want to go into a room and act like somebody you're not to make friends. You want to just be you, be genuine, and you'll find the genuine people. Me personally, for supplements, I take taurine, glycine. Hey, Zed, enough. Sorry. Oi, enough. Enough. Come on, dude. Don't be silly. Sorry there. Taurine, glycine, theanine and magnesium, but for natural methods, eat tart cherries or kiwis, perfect for natural melatonin. Oh, really? Kiwis? Okay, interesting. Thank you for that, bro. Much appreciated. I like how the viewer number says 0 at the moment when there's obviously a heap of people here. Slam it to the left. What are we slamming to the left? Alien says he takes weed daily. Seaweed, yes, that's what he means. Seaweed. Difference from Medicare and yourself. Difference from Medicare and yourself and being aware of your situations are painful, seesaw. I'm not sure what you mean there, X-God. Be right back. I'm going to get some cheese. Oh, yes. Electro's a man of class and distinction. Some people are just a chapter in your book called life. That's it, right? People come, people go. The first love. It's like everybody is a train, and sometimes we get off at stops, but we all have a final destination. Yeah, there was another one, Kurt. I think it's a Japanese philosophy, and it's a Japanese principle, and it's it's okay if you accidentally get on the wrong train, but as soon as you realize you're on the wrong train, you should be getting off at the next stop. The longer you stay on the train, the further you are from being able to correct it. The sooner you address it, the better. It's the same with people get overweight and stuff. If you don't address it and you keep just eating the same, whatever, the problem's just going to compound, right? It's going to snowball. So it's the same as like, oh, I'm 35 years old and I started too late in life and I'm too behind and whatever. Now it's okay. Well, you can keep thinking that way, and all that's going to happen is you're going to get older and be like, I'm now too old to start. I'm too old to start. I'm too old to start. This whole time you could have, at any time, got the ball rolling, right? You can't change what's been. You can only change the future. Odyssey movie. It's mid. Wait for it to be free. Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody said I need to see the Odyssey movie. You've just told me it's mid now. You have to keep in mind these friendships are bond of a hobby, but you could think of it instead like a gateway. Yeah, X-God, I mean, there was that's the thing, like through motorcycles, I met hundreds of people, and there were hundreds of people I associated with and hung out with and sit at the pub and talk with that were motorcyclists, but very few of those became long-term friends, right? That we got along about other things as well, right? Not just the hobby. Oh geez. Electro's stacking up a whole cheese board for himself. You got any crackers with that there, Electro? I thought you meant money and you literally meant cheese. Great choices in cheese, by the way. I do agree. It's three pepper jack slices, a cheddar slice, and a Swiss slice. Electro's gone away and gone, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. And comes back with a cheese board. So he's just sitting there right now with his little cheese board, like, oh, yes, mate. I'm good. I've got my cheese here. It's a good mental image there, Kurt. You're just sitting there snacking on your cheese board. Man's living the dream. He's got it made. He's figured it out, chat. He's figured it out. Another great happy birthday to Kurt there. We got a pinned message about Kurt's birthday, but it is officially Kurt's 39th birthday now. So shout out again to number one moderator. Sorry, Celtic, for hiding in the shadows, but Kurt's in here. I think Kurt's probably the most active moderator in the chat. It has to be. So he's got number one mod spot there now. We'll have to put the moderators up, fight or something. I don't know. I think we're all right. So what's the goals then, Kurt? What's the before you're 40? What are you like? For me, that's been a big thing in my head for like the last 4 years, man. Like last few years of turning my life around. It's like right, I need to hit a certain amount of goals before I'm 40. Like they're not like crazy goals, but just like where I want to be at life and in life, you know, with the cabins done and stuff. The life I want to build for myself. I gave myself like 4 years to do it. So yeah, time is ticking. I'm number one. What a birthday present. Yeah. You can have the number one mod spot claim there, bro. Hey, actually, can we do one better on that? Can I move you up to hang on. I can only remove a standard mod. I have to remove you from mod. I think I can upgrade you to another tier of moderator or something, but I'm not sure what extra stuff they can do. I'll look into it, Kurt. Oh, I'm overheating now. I tell you what. Hang on. I put me flimming. Hang on. Alright. I'm going to turn that off for a bit. You know, I'm sweating in here right now. We used to run that 2,000 watt heater in here, and the thing was clicking on and off all the time, racking up the power bill. And then the heater broke, so I hooked in a 60 watt electric blanket, and we put that on, and that heats the whole caravan instead. Out of a 60 watt electric blanket. Make that make sense. I make myself a mate instead of a sub. Oh, yeah, nobody's got... Oh, that means I have to start making some member shorts, Kurt. That's the perk I added, was member-only shorts. For anybody who was a mate member. Yes, nobody's done that yet. I figured maybe I made it too expensive. I don't know. I didn't want to do, like, I've seen some people do, like, $20 and $50 memberships and stuff. Man, I don't want to do any of that. Seems a bit excessive. Bro, I'm kicking ass not to toot my horn, but I've got my house paid. I know how to keep my vehicles going. I'm setting my job, dude. I'm winning. Wow, shit, Kurt. Happy days, mate. See, look at that. All before you're 40. You sussed it. Better catch up, Kurt. Better catch up. We're getting there. I'm definitely, through the last week, I've been, had some more depressive thoughts and that, and that got me thinking at night and stuff and whatever, but the conclusion was I'm doing a heck of a lot better than I ever was, there's definitely been a few years ago, before things went off the rails, there was a time where I was really like doing the track days and now I had all this energy, but I sort of understand where it was coming from, whereas now I'm building it up and I'm just, I don't know, making the progress I want. I think I'll be, once that project car, that Grey Z's back in the garage, the engine's back in it, that thing's up for sale. There's a few cars outside have been scraped off. There's some progress on the cabin. As we get through this summer, I think it's going to be really good. Really, you guys don't want to know how much I'm going to be streaming shortly. We'll be back to the 8-10 hours a day of work in the garage and stuff streamed. So that'll be interesting. Now I've kept going through winter a lot better than I usually would. When it's crap weather and it's cold and that. Rather than stay inside and go bugger it, I can't be bothered. Then hate myself. It's like I'll get down there with a hoodie and a beanie and get in there, try to get some stuff done. Sharing is caring. G'day, Georgina. How are you, mate? About tree fitty. Love to hear it, Kurt. That's what I like to hear, right? It's just all consistency, man. I don't think it's about crushing every day and every day. Like 1% better every day is a great mentality. It's a great thing to aim for, but it's just like, rather than grinding yourself into the ground, burning out, and then grinding out, that's where I almost hit the other day. Right, so I just slowed down. I slowed down for a few days. I did take a couple of days off just to literally when was it? What day did I just do literally nothing? Oh no, there's a day in the last few days I just literally went, nah, I'm just sitting here, I'm going to get a nap in and a sleep and have an early night and just literally take a whole day just to freaking reset, And then, just flowing away at it, making day-by-day progress, right? Didn't do it alone, friend. I had help. Oh, fantastic, man. Love to hear it, mate. Always good. Get by with a little help from my friends, eh? Yeah, sort of all my long-term good mates, they're all still down in the city. So, yeah, I'm pretty on my own up here. I got mates up here, but they're all busy with their own. They got busy with their own stuff, and they're farmers and that. So We got nearly 40 likes. Oh, thank you. Happy days. Cheers. Did I just have a cigarette, darling? Is that why I opened the? Did I actually open the window and have one? Or I only open the window? I don't know.
It's been open this whole time.
Has it? I'm tripping, man. Let's go to. We've been getting to bed about a bit earlier though, right? We've been usually asleep by about 10:30, 11. Whereas I like the last few months, mostly honestly, what I've been up to 1, 2. Like you'd be asleep, but I'd be up till 1 or 2. So yeah. Usually she'd go to sleep and I'd just be like, oh whatever, I'm gonna watch, because Men of Action, as the time zones change with as the time zones change in New Zealand. Like Dennis's workouts at the moment are 8 p.m, but when all the time zones change for daylight savings everywhere, Dennis's workouts become 10 p.m. for me. So he starts working out 10 p.m, then he's talking till 11:30. So that's usually why I'd be up later. So at least in winter I can get to bed a bit earlier. 20s was a mess, made up for in the 30s and the 40s. Bring it on. Yeah, man, I was thinking that a couple of days ago, Kurt. I'm not dreading when I was dreading turning 30 and after turning 30, but heading for 40, I'm like, man, with where my mindset now, the progress I'm making and just viewing ahead of how it's going to stack and how it'll come together. Yeah, my 40s are going to be rad, bro. It's where it's all truly going to come together for me, so I'm excited about it, man. I know I'll get through it, I'll do well at it. So there you go. Things are finally coming up Millhouse. It's one of my favourite lines from The Simpsons, eh? At least I'm doing better than my dad. Things are finally coming up Millhouse. In Millhouse, want a job in my factory? I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons as a child, you know that? My mum said it was too inappropriate. It had a bad message, but she'd let me watch Ren and Stimpy. I don't know. What else? I'm trying to think what else I watched. She wouldn't allow Simpsons, but I was allowed to watch. I was allowed to watch Family Guy because I just think it went over her head. I'd be watching Family Guy and she'd watch bits of it, watch bits of it and just be like, oh yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah, but the Simpsons, Simpsons was just nope. It was not on the approved list of shows, mate. She'd be cooking dinner in the next room or something, and whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, Simpsons is on, and you get like 5 seconds into it. Simpsons, no, you're not watching that.
It's not like yellow people.
I don't know. Whoa, dude. Where are you going with that? Damn. Shit, man. Yep, that's it, man. Probably a month ago, we'll get married in a couple months. I'm going to get married by the end of the year. We're all 19, 20. I'm going to lie, I'm scared for my 20s. I'm already seeing like 3 of my former high school classmates about to get married in like a year or 2. It's your own journey though, bro. You're comparing to other people. You don't compare yourself to anybody around. It's not a race, Electro. It's not like you have to keep up with them. It's not like here's life and you have to get married and you buy a house and you can live however you want, man. There's plenty of ways to live, bro. I think that stressed me out when I was that age. Yeah, mates getting married, mates going to university, this and that, and everybody's, oh, you got to come to uni with us. You got this, you got that. What? Nah, bro. I'm not saying bum around and do nothing. I'm saying chase what you want to chase, man. Do what you want to do. You might not get married till you're 40, bro. You might not get married till you're 50. You don't have to play the game. You can do what you want to do. But it's not like your friend gets a promotion and you didn't, so you're upset. You can't live that way, man. Daunting to say the least. You'll figure it out, mate. Hey, mate, I tell you, there's plenty of women out there who haven't had a boyfriend yet either. You might be 30 and never have a girlfriend. You'll meet a woman when you're 30. She'll be 25 and she might have never had a boyfriend and been out in the country or something, mate. Never know what life will throw up at you. Hey. Yeah. Never know. Don't let the image of the world in your 20s, don't let like what you see on social media or how people are acting because of social media be a reflection of how everybody in the world is, bro. It's there's a lot of brain rot. There's a lot of people your age, man. They're just out partying, drinking, they're getting hammered. They're out just doing whatever, mate. You're not one of them, right? And those people get older, mate. And I tell you what, in 20 years, those people end up, you'll see it around. Just open your eyes to the world. You'll see the people who were like that in their 20s, partying and this and that, and either they sort of change and they grow up a bit and they focus, or they just become. You'll see it around. What do you mean it almost could have worked? Do it, bro. What are you talking about? You've been around the channel enough, Electro, right? This channel is Chase Your Dream, man. It doesn't matter. Win, lose, fail, succeed. It doesn't matter. Go on the journey. You need to find out, right? We talk about this, right? Here's the framing, right? You're 80 years old. You're on your deathbed. You're surrounded by family. You're whatever. You're about to die, right? You're thinking back on your life. What would you regret that you didn't do? This is what old people say, right? This most common thing heard on deathbed is they regret listening to the opinions of other people. They wish that and people in their 70s and 80s, they go, man, I wish when I was younger, when I was 20 or 30, when I had the body, when I had the brain, when I had the opportunities, or could create the opportunities for myself to chase that thing, I wish I'd chase it, but I didn't because everybody else told me not to. Everyone said I was crazy. Yet that's the same thing in the story of every hyper-successful person on earth we aspire to, is they'll tell you the same thing. Everybody said they were crazy. Oh, you're delusional. That's not realistic. Da-da-da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. Try it, bro. If around and find out. You're going to learn something in the journey, man. But yeah, do that. You've just said it, bro. You've just said what'll bring you purpose, what'll bring you joy, what'll do it, bro. I want one. Make it happen, bro. Yeah, but battery tech's always improving, right? It's like an Iron Man, right? I'm limited by, as his dad said, I'm limited by the technology of my time. And his dad had hidden in Iron Man 3. He'd hidden in the whole formula, essentially, of how to make the new element. But he was limited by the technology at the time. There you go. Watch Iron Man 3, bro. Watch Iron Man 3. Yeah, figure it out. So what you'd want then is you'd want a more efficient electric system. You'd want electrics where you can control it, right? Where you can modulate the power, you can be really energy efficient with it, right? Thus requiring a smaller, lighter battery. Also lithium ion batteries are heavier, whereas if you look into like gel batteries, like in the race bike, we use a gel battery. They're very light, man, compared to a normal battery. Some of the gel batteries and stuff, they're just ridiculously light. See, I can't remember exactly what they are. I'm pretty sure they're not a lithium ion. There's these gel type batteries and stuff, man. They use them in race bikes and race cars and stuff. Look up those. They're expensive, but I'm just saying, for proof of concept and a prototype and stuff. Yeah, like the marine batteries, yeah. ADHD was only his mind to solve millennium problems of various strokes. Skydive from the ISS, brake learner speed records, and even ionic propulsion, people would just nod their head saying, yep. But yeah, well, everybody said the same thing about the guy Felix, right, who jumped off the thing and fell back to Earth, right? But I would advise some self-preservation, Electro. That was what my ADHD was like in my 20s, Do think of the future, man. You got a lot of life ahead of you. And I tell you, it's worth being grounded like 39, mate. Life actually starts to build up a bit now in your 30s and that, man. So yeah, don't rush it too much. Don't be in too much of a rush to leave the earth, my friend. Yeah, I'd focus on you got to focus it down on one core thing. What's the most important thing to you? What to pursue? You can, people build whole normal careers, families, whatever, and then their side project in their basement for 40 years is inventing something, is designing something. So where's your passion, man? Oh, okay. I didn't even hear about. I don't hear about any new games or anything, mate. Something walking on me. You heading to D-Bird tonight? Yeah, we'll be.
What?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we will be heading over to D-Bird. Is he live already, is he? Or yeah, we will be jumping over to old Dennis Bird, I'd say. I might sound for a little bit of his workout here. It's usually in the chats. Usually in the chats is where I'll come in and mod there. But yeah, I've been in his workouts more lately. I've only done an hour 56 slides, so we might do another 20 or 30 minutes. We'll see how we get on. Surprise girlfriend appeared out of nowhere. She does that. She blends, right? Catches people off guard. Quite often I was just sit, yeah. Good, just mogging, You've been here enough, some dude. I'm sure you've seen Susie magically appear behind me before. Can we get 40 likes, guys? What do we reckon? The chat is I've put it to subscriber only chat, so you guys need to keep up the chat, or else no new people will get fed here at all, without all the troll comments pumping up me comment rate. But it's good. I like it. We've been able to keep up with people's questions now, rather than the chat being full of caca. Susie doesn't say hi much. Thanks for the snacks, lady. Yeah, she's a shy country girl, mate. So yeah. Oh, there we go. Dennis has just gone live there. Dennis has gone live. So yeah, we'll go there at some point. I'm thinking about it. We'll see how we go. The chat slows down. We're down to like 6 people at the moment. So apparently. So I don't know. See how we get on. Do we have any further questions based off the poll, guys? Is anybody there that wants to ask something? But yeah, Lecho, just narrow it down, man. Narrow it down. If you've got something you're passionate about, this you can pursue it, man. What I'd be getting into, Electro, honestly, man, is drones and stuff. Drone tech. Like personal user drones for filming and stuff like that. There's a big industry at the moment forming in like power washing. Like water blasting, like cleaning driveways, houses, all that kind of stuff. Windows, and there's guys using drones for that now. So they just show up with it on the back of a pickup truck, and it's a drone, I don't know, about maybe 6 feet wide when it's all set up. They put a power washing nozzle on it and run a hose to it, and they just fly it up and down the building. There's no more they clean a 20-story apartment building. There's nobody abseiling off the roof with a squeegee for days. They're just spraying it. People are doing house roofs, doing like moss treatments and stuff where they spray the special foam on the roof. Just fly it with a drone and just go. So guys in New Zealand are doing it where they're doing drones like that, and they're using them for agriculture. So they take a drone out the shop at a farm. Oh yeah, you want me to spray all that gauze over there and whatever in your fields? Oh yeah, let's go out and do that. No, I need a Firebird, Trans Am, blame Smokey and the Bandit, 79 to 81 Trans Am T-Top Auto, 403 red on red. It's apparently a very rare combo to find. Yeah. Might be a rare combo to find original, but you could always build it. Like any Trans Am you buy is going to need a lot of work anyway. The upholstery's of that year. The upholstery's going to be tired. The paint's going to be tired. So for the same cost, like for less than a mint one or whatever, right? Or the same cost as a red on red in sad condition, find one that needs a repaint. Because cars that need a repaint are cheap. Because people don't want them, right? All the paint's flaking off, all the interior's rough. Find one with good mechanicals, then redo the interior and repaint it. Get it repainted. And you'll have your red on red one and it'll be immaculate. Yeah, okay, it's not going to be, it was originally that colour or something, but you'll find one. I mean, it kind of comes down to as well, you might find one at a wrecker's yard that's real beat up and it's the correct red on red, so you have that, but it needs a repaint anyway. Again, I wouldn't be looking for something tidy, or, there's a difference between a car that's restored and tidy or really original. It's actually in good order. And then there's it's got a bit of clear flaking here and there and there. And it's well, actually, in reality, I have to repaint this entire car anyway, right? So you're looking for the one that needs a repaint. If you want a mint car and you're going to paint it anyway, or touch up the paint a lot, you just buy one with, buy one at a wrecker's yard with some bent panels and shit, straighten it out, redo the upholstery, and, you'll get something way nicer, and, you put your heart and soul into it. Enjoy it. 79 Jeep Gladiator J20. See, these are all these American things I don't know about. Because most of our cars here were Jap imports, There's Euros and stuff. There's American cars here, but obviously nobody like the, it's not too common here. Yeah, I have seen some of the old Jeeps. I'm just not sure exactly which one a J20 would be. I always like the little AMC Gremlins. I figured one of those would be a laugh to drive. As far as American cars, I wouldn't mind a El Camino. If I was in America, I think I'd have an El Camino. I like the old Elcos. The trusted Toyota is king. It is, mate. It is. I do love my Toyotas. I've always been a Toyota man, actually. Yeah, grew up with a fair bit of them. And we're back. We had reconnected for a moment there. Yeah, growing up, my dad was into his Mitsubishis, like Japanese Mitsubishis, so like Starions and stuff like that. Mitsubishi Celeste. Back in the 70s, he had a 73 or 74 Valiant Regal. It was a Valiant Regal. That's what he used to bomb around in back in the day. The big one. 06 TRD Tacoma. Oh no, you'll get Celtic talking about his Tacoma. Celtic, you've been summoned. Kurt also has a Tacoma. Kurt, two of my mods have taco trucks. That's what they call the Tacoma. It's a taco. Toyota taco. Love it. Yep. Yeah. Celtic is very, very fond of his Tacoma. Yeah, happy birthday to Milkwood. Yes, thank you, Jenny. Yeah, it's Kurt's birthday. He's a big boy. Who's a big boy? Kurt's a big boy. We got Hondas in my family. Our 04 Accord EX has 400k miles on it. Still a daily drive. My dad also got a 92 Isuzu pickup. We still got nice. Yeah, there's one that I don't know if you have them over there. There's one here called an Isuzu MU, Mysterious Utility. They were like a little short wheelbase little turbo thing. Welcome to the 39ers Club. Yep. Welcome to the 39 Club there, Kurt. I'm a big boy. Who's a big boy? Kurt's a big boy. 40's creeping in on us, guys. It's over. The Mo is called the Amigo in America. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's a good bit of info. Yeah, my mate's dad had one once. And, yeah, had a good laugh on it. Bit of chaos. Hello. Hi, dog. Do you need attention? Well, stay there. Do you need attention? Hello. Hi. Can I help you? Go on your bed. Go on. Yeah. What time is it here? It's about 8 o'clock. 8:06. Right. Good day, Larry. How are you, mate? How are you? I was weighing up, probably might head over to see old Dennis shortly, but I was going to do a little bit longer on here. How you going, Larry? Is the workout going all right over at, can you check on Dennis's channel over and just see if it's not like do you mind? Just see if there's any other mods in there and if the chat's going to crap. If it's not, it's all good. DJ's in there. Okay, cool. No, it seems all right over in D-Bird's channel at the moment, so got DJ in there, so it doesn't seem to be going crazy. You ever get anxiety and your heart starts beating fast? Sometimes, Larry, sometimes. We were talking about this earlier. The main... hang on. Wojak. I love that noise and all the Wojak stuff. Brilliant. Yeah. From anxiety, mostly, yeah, I get overstimulated, bro. So too much caffeine is the big thing for me with that. Just letting myself get overstimulated. So energy drinks, that's why I don't usually have energy drinks and stuff, man. Larry. The other one, man, was yeah, I'd get my heart race to the point I'd get like breathless though. I couldn't slow it down, and that was yeah, it would be like flat out, and I'd have to like be on the floor and like really shut my eyes, control my breathing, big deep breaths, and then it would be like doof doof doof, and then sort of slowly come back. And that was from phenylalanine, which is in Coke Zero, it's in Pepsi Max, it's in all the sugar-free chewing gums. So if you're having any of that kind of stuff, that can have a big effect on it. And yeah, the other one is just yeah, too much caffeine and stuff. Energy drinks. If you start getting eye twitches and stuff, that's beta alanine and energy drinks and that. So we are talking about that earlier. I think I just had an anxiety attack. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Just yeah, have some slow deep breaths. Just try and don't freak out over such things. That's what was happening when I was having the heart palpitations and stuff from the drinks. Cardiologist was just like, when that happens, just sit down and just deep breaths, right? But yeah, I definitely, I had it a couple of days ago. I walked into the garage and went to do some stuff. And I just had this moment where it felt like everything was just impossible. Just the heart started racing and that. I had to sit down and yeah, man. So just some sips of water, bro. Make sure you have some sips of water and yeah, just try and reduce stimulants down if you can, man. That'll help keep you out of that state. Sugar, food coloring, all that kind of stuff, man. Especially caffeine. Caffeine is the main one. You doing all right though, Larry? Just try breathe, bro. Just chill out and just remind yourself, like, I'll be all right. This is just a moment, right? Remind yourself that, hey, like, this isn't something to freak out over. Because if you try and convince yourself that, oh, this is going to get well, you'll be fine. Just breathe, bro. Have a sip of water. Just try to slow down. Hang out with us. G'day, Kay. How are you, mate? How's things going? What's my one? Yeah. You're all right, Kurt. You're all right. As I said, Kurt, yeah, it's just in the D-Birds channel. You'll see the chat. People are. You see what happens if he reads something the wrong way. Like even like not even if it's a troll. Just sometimes people trying to compliment, but it's just the wording and stuff, right? So just yeah, it's when he's working out, man, he's in warrior mode. But beyond that, he's a real good dude, man. He doesn't take any shit when he's working out. Good, you finished the workout? Oh, fantastic, Kay. Awesome. What'd you get in for your workout, mate? I'm okay. I thought I was okay, then my heart just started beating real fast, bro. Yeah, Larry. Yeah, I get it as well, man. Get it as well. So yeah, just try reduce the stimulants, bro. And the best thing if you're sort of panicking on that, just like take the pressure off yourself for a bit. Whatever comes to mind you're worrying about or something, just wind down for a bit, bro. Have a sip of water. Sips of water, man. That's what like I feel a bit anxious like being here now, right? So I gotta remember to sip on me water in that. My friend when I had anxiety was name five. My friend when I had anxiety said name five things I see, 4 things I hear, 3 things I smell, 2 things I've noticed, and 1 reason to live, and to breathe and drink water. Yeah. For me, it's the moment I sort of get that I almost gasp for air from myself. Oh, and then like the heart starts racing. It's just sit down and just let things chill. Give yourself a moment, right? Because it is it's no wonder we get like that with the pace of the world now. Just all the different things coming at us. Humans aren't really built for this level of context switching and stuff, so can overwhelm ourselves really easily. And then we've got all these, caffeine, all these high stimulant drinks and things in a high stimulation environment. Eventually, the body's gonna warn you. Yeah, that's it, Kurt. Yeah, that's it, man. There's yeah. A lot of people have that impression, man, where at first, it's very like that, and then you understand what he's about and why he's doing it. It is very hard to convey that when people find the channel, right? People people soak in what they see, you know? They just, yeah. It's like me in the caravan, man. Like, a lot of people will come in here and they're like, oh, this guy's broken. Why would we learn anything off him? Whatever. But, you know, they find out the story of like, well, I'm building houses and stuff here and we're in the caravan for now. And, you know, they get a bigger picture to the story. But, you know, it's just what the human mind does, man. You know, you scroll onto something, you see what you see, your brain's going to try and understand it. So, you suffer from an anxiety attack, you do breathing. That's okay, yeah, just let yourself calm down, let yourself breathe. I'm actually doing that right now. I'm just yeah. I found, honestly, when I was having a lot of anxiety and stuff in the past, getting a dog actually helped. Getting Zed originally really helped. Like at night, I was very stressed about life and stuff. And once I got the dog, he'd come up and lay on me, and his breathing and stuff, I could just pace myself with that. Yeah, that's why I'm very, very attached to Zed. Like, I love Heidi to bits, and she's the kind of dog I always wanted, and I love that dog very much. But Zed's been around, you know, over three times longer. That boy was there. I wouldn't be here without that dog, I think. So, yeah. When he was poorly last week or something, you guys know he kept trying to regurgitate something, he wasn't well. I was freaking out, man. I was really freaking out over that. Usually pretty composed these days, but when my dog gets unwell, different story. Had Chihuahuas, Yoda, Belle, and Mo. I like that. Yoda is a great name. Yeah. Sometimes it's very weird having animals there, right? They're just like Heidi was sitting there just looking at me on the bed this morning, and I was on my phone for a minute. I look at her, and she's just looking at me, just staring at me. And I'm like, "Hello, dog." And she's just like, "Hey." Just had this moment I get sometimes where it's just like, it's so weird that there's just like this creature sitting on my bed with me. I kind of think the same with this one sometimes. I'm like, where did this come from? I don't know. You just appeared one day and never left, pretty much, right? That's literally what it was. We hung out once, and then we hung out, you know, every what was it? For the first 2 weeks, we probably hung out 10 days of the first 2 weeks we knew each other. And it was just like, you just might as well just move in. Just half her stuff from home was here anyway by that point. It was just, whatever. We know what's going on. I didn't spend 20 years looking to not, you know, when it slaps you in the face, you just go, all right. Mark Sound was the first channel that welcomed me. Really, Kurt? Really? Why wouldn't people be welcoming to you, Kurt? I like Kurt very much. He's a friendly fella. I like how this chat, I love how my channel's become with you guys, right? You guys make it what it is. I love it, man. Like, there was a time when I started doing YouTube, I was doing like just the fitness stuff and that. It was a very different vibe, right? Whereas we can sit and chat with you guys, we keep it real, and we've ended up with a really great audience of the right people here. So, and you know, occasionally, yeah, new people join the chat, and we get into some new topics and stuff. I love it, man. I'm really glad I did all this YouTube stuff. Lucky dude. Oh yeah, could be, Larry, could be. It took me 20 years to find her though. It took me 20 years of suffering. You know, I was 37 when we met, and she was 23. Yeah. Now she's 24. I'm 39. So you'll be 41 in September. You're a fossil. Oh, same as Dennis. Old D-Bird. He turns 41 in September as well, mate. You're not a fossil. A fossil. You're only a year older than us, Larry. Don't be talking to yourself like that. You're in your prime still there. We're always going into a new prime there, Larry. If for your 40s, you ain't a fossil, mate. Sure, Electro, go for it, man. Go for the random question. Go for it, man. I don't care. It's all good. Oh. Hey, and I do it again. Do it again. Oh, you think the darkness is your ally? Oh, I was born in the dark, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. If I pull this off, will you die? No, but it will be very painful. Alright. I believe Electro is typing in question while I'm being Bane. Am I too unhinged with these like random ADHD autistic moments where we go from normal conversation and I just do something really weird like that? I think they're used to it by now. I just feel like it might shock new viewers. They're just like, what is up with this guy?
Tatooine?
Yeah, let's run with that. That's good. We'll roll with that. It was born in the dark. You really adopted it. My friends were shocked at me, and my friend that's a girl spent 7 hours chatting at the coffee shop and said there's something there. We grew up together as friends, so I don't think it's much, but mate, have you made your feelings clear to this young lady, my friend? Because she'll sit in a coffee shop and chat with you for 7 hours. And she's your friend who's a girl, and you're having dreams and things. What's have you made? You said you struggled to sort of make it clear, but did you get any feedback from this woman that, like, I only see you as a brother or something? It's pretty, you know what I mean? If you're sitting there with a guy hanging out in a coffee shop chatting away about life for 7 hours, it's probably. I like your chances, mate. I like the chances. Pick her up on your hoverboard. That'll get her. Go full, like, Back to the Future. Work away like a mad scientist in your shed. Can work. Broken Batman spine noises and shit. Pete Holmes is a Batman, Yes. Oh, I don't know, mate. Sounds like this was a different girl. Oh, Mr. I haven't had a girl for yet. Or was it you said you hadn't had to give her? Well, what's going on? Hey? Man, this guy's got game, man. He's got game. The women are fighting over him. This was a different girl, but with both this girl and my former friend, this was a regular occurrence. But with this former friend, it was just friends, mate. It's wild. Well, you need to bloody... Electro, what I'm hearing, mate, is you've got women that talk to you for 7 hours and are interested in you, and you're like, I want to build a hoverboard. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like, you got to reach out and grab something at some point, man. How do I put this to you, Kurt? Do you feel it in control? Bane, when Bane put his hand on his shoulder, right? I'm the one in control here. Do you feel in control? Right? You gotta take the reins, mate. Like Shia LaBeouf said, just do it. Chase your dreams. Just do it. He was right. Everybody laughed at him and memed on him just because it was Shia LaBeouf, but he was right. You don't know what I'm doing with your life? That's all right, mate. You go F around and find out. That's the point of life, is to go on the... What you do is you go out and you do shit and you find out what you want. You find out what you're doing with your life by going out, but you're never going to find out by sitting there going, man, I don't know what to do with my life. Like, I don't know. You're saying, I'm a fossil at 41. I haven't figured out what to do in life. I don't know what I'm doing with my life yet. It's like, nobody knows what they're doing, bro. Go pursue the things you feel like you should pursue. Win and lose doesn't matter, man. It's about going on the journey. It's never the attainment of the thing. That's not what we're built for. We're built for the pursuit. We're built for the hunt. We're built for the chase. We're not built for the attainment. We're not built for the acquiring. It's like, you want a new car. You might save. You might dream. You might want that new car for 10 years. And you finally get that new dream car. And within a week, you're over it. You want something else. Not a new car, but like you want to pursue a new goal. Or you're going to be depressed and then you're going to be pursuing that new goal again. Because we're built for the chase. We're built for the hunt, right? Yeah, like being like, that's alright, mate. Yeah. Everybody, again, there's no There's no you have to live life this way, right? You know what I mean? A lot of, did you know that historically 60% of human beings don't reproduce? The same people aren't having kids anymore, but throughout history, it's been now like 60% of people didn't reproduce. Just so you know. It's not like, a white picket fence, husband and wife, nuclear family, a boy and a girl was always the standard and everybody did it. It was only like 40% of people. The majority wasn't. The majority of people never have children. It's not even, that's not a modern thing. That's just always been how it is. Oh, Electro, yep. Yeah, he caught up on it, yep. You have no children either, Kurt? Well, yeah, me neither. Me neither. It's a pretty rare thing these days. How do you stop human beings reproducing? You make it too expensive to raise children. People are all worried, and there's all these conspiracies about how they're going to depopulate the earth. They're doing it through the economy. That's obvious, right? They're always going to present you with something, but it's not what it is. Why are people not having kids anymore?
The torch.
The torch, darling? I did. Oh, there, sorry. Now, the reason people aren't having children, everyone's like, oh, they're going to this, they're going to that, they're all these different reasons. It's like, no, people aren't having children because they can't afford it. People aren't having children because they're like, well, we can't afford a house. We're looking at how can we somehow afford a house? Well, the environment has to be sustainable, right? So all the smartest, most logical people in that are intentionally not having children. You seen the movie Idiocracy? Where the smart people, the doctors and lawyers, we're working on our careers, we're focusing on our lives. So it's not the right time to have children. Meanwhile, the redneck guy out there was like, he had a bloodline of 60 people, and the intelligent, really well-rounded, really structured people they'd had no children. But he had grandkids by that point. It's kind of the whole movie Idiocracy is a bit of a The documentary, yeah. It was never meant to be a documentary. Yeah, done by Idiocracy, film done by Mike Judge, the guy who did King of the Hill. So if you enjoyed King of the Hill and you haven't seen the movie, watch the movie Idiocracy. It'll give you a good insight into humans, how the world works. But not for me, because I showed her what true relationships like. French girl's story was crazy. She broke up with her boyfriend while long distance in the US for a year because of me, but not for me. I showed her what true relationships are like. So you showed her what a true relationship should be like. And then she didn't get into one with you. Bruh. They're playing games out here, man. I tell you one thing to keep in mind, Electro. Make sure you keep this in your back pocket. You make sure if you ever need to say it, you look her dead in the eye and you say to her, look, if I want to play games, I'll get a PlayStation. All right? I'm not here to... It's hard to find, man. Like, it took me 20 years of searching to find the right woman. Like, so you know what I mean? Like through my 30s, like when I was 35, 36, I was like, I guess I'll spend life alone. I'll sit out here, I'll be in the country, I'm going to do my thing and go about my life and work on me and work at my stuff. And if the right woman ever comes along, cool. But I'm not looking. Then I was, funnily enough, I'm not a religious man or anything, right? No, not on any particular level. There's some kind of energy out there, whatever. But I reached a point where I'd built the garage a lot. I'd worked really hard out here. And I was like, okay, you know what? So I looked out to the sky and went, all right, universe, come on, where is she then? I'm ready. I feel I'm ready to, got over my last relationship, given up alcohol. I'm getting on track. Like if I'm going to find a woman, I need to, start making that happen now towards having a family and that. And the next day I met Susie. I told you that story. But things come when you're ready for them. And when you don't expect them, you know. Hey, love. Mike Judge is from around your town, Texas. Very smart dude. Yeah, man. Yeah. Zed. Oi. Zed. Stop licking your paws. Zed. Hello? Hi. Yeah, eye contact. Good. Stop licking your paws. It's enough. Oh my gosh, dude. You can lick them soon, but like right now, we don't need the blah, blah, blah. It's very loud. Can you not? Okay. You don't need to lick every little bit of mud that gets on your paw. You're just coming from outside. You're right. Why would you want to lick the clay off your paws immediately anyway? It's only a little bit. Doesn't it taste funny? I don't know how you lick. I mean, I guess you're a dog. You're used to, but I don't know how you sit there and lick all the clay off your paws and stuff, mate. You're weird. You're a weirdo. You, bed. Office Space is hilarious. Yeah. I took my red stapler. And then it's my stapler, and they won't give it back. I've only seen that movie once, I think, Office Space. I love that movie. Twice, actually, yeah. Yeah, he wrote and directed Office Space as well. That's right, yeah. Office Space, yeah, that's another great movie, isn't it? Another great one, a great thought-provoking thing, right? Makes you view, yeah, when you've seen those, it makes you see King of the Hill a bit differently, you know, a bit deeper. It's filmed in Arlington, Texas. Rad. Yeah, that was a good movie. I was really, the way they did it, I especially like the Office interview, right, when they're interviewing him, and he's just talking about, like, why he doesn't want to bother in that, and just runs through it all. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think it might be on Disney or Netflix at the moment. That might be a watch tonight. We got time. Ooh, it's not too late. Might get away with it. I know, right? Like I said in an early message, Canuso's Valentine's Day church dances, exchange student crushes. Like I get tons of those stories where if only one was switched, it would work. Yeah, Electra, I'd say, man, like it just things come to you when you don't expect it, man. Just be yourself. Go out and be yourself in the world. And the more you're yourself, the more likely you are to find the person who gets you, right? Like if I'd met Susie and presented myself as somebody I'm not, it couldn't have worked, right? It's just I was me, and I don't know, it just happens, man. Would you agree? There wasn't any like friction between us, or we just talked, we just hung out, we talked, and it was just obvious it was different, you know, that we understood each other. Hey, love. Yeah, yeah. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry to steal one of the Gen Z woman, but you left her on the market, and you all got broccoli haircuts. And should I get a broccoli cut now? You'd leave me. Get a broccoli cut.
I didn't like
No,
vegetables.
yeah, I don't like vegetables. I'll keep you around.
It's not sense.
Oh.
You know what you eat.
Oh my god, dude. Oh no, you didn't. From shy on camera to that, really? We can barely get a hello out of you on live, but you'll say that. Dude. Wow. Oh my god. Just gonna wait for whatever onslaught the chat is about to lay on me after that. No, it might be safe. What did you do?
I think anyone even did.
Yeah, I think everyone missed it. Hopefully, okay, good. Everyone missed it. That's good. Okay. It's good. Wow. They missed it. That's good, Kurt. That's good. Miss White, exactly. Miss White, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, something. Sun helps people, man. It does, definitely. Couldn't hear her. Well, it was along the lines of she said, "You don't like vegetables," and I said, "Well, I keep you around." And Susie said, "Well, you are what you eat." So that happened. Fuck's sake. Try to make a nice, wholesome channel. Good to see you, Ray, man. How are you going today? How was the rest of your weekend? Yeah. I'm gonna have to, yeah. These are all the parts of America I sort of want to visit in future too, right? Okay, okay, right. So when do I visit these places then? If I'm going to America and say in future in 4 or 5 years, I do 6 months in America or something, right? For example, I've been told, I realistically need 6 months over there to get in the stuff I want to get in, right? Go around Arizona and Texas and this and that. When in the year do I go where it's not just like raining? I don't want to be there when it's like twister season. I don't want to be like Sane Cow. I just want a nice American holiday, some good weather. I don't want to be like scorched in the sun. Just another weekend. Thanks for asking. Oh, good, mate. Gotta appreciate the normal days as well, right? I love appreciating those where it's just a chill, nothing goes crazy wrong. It's not the best time ever, not the best weekend or day or whatever ever, right? But you always got to appreciate just the normal days, Sometimes days where things didn't go to shit. It's just a normal, day can be, be a bit soothing, be a bit just normal, rather than getting stressed about it, going, oh, it wasn't an incredible day. It's like, hey, it could have been a lot worse. Come in February, all right. February in America, right? Okay. After the heat of summer. Got to feel the heat, bro. I don't want to feel the heat, Larry. I don't want to feel it. All I've heard in my chat, or all we had in the chat today when I was working in the garage, was everyone talking about how damn hot it is in America at the moment and how it's unbearably hot. And you're telling me to come over there when it's unbearably hot. No, I can't do it. I don't want to feel that heat. Go during the February or the fall, around this time, September-ish, it's cooler in the south. Kind of, but enough sun not to freeze. Yeah. That's what I want, man. Just like a normal, it can be a bit cold, like not the depth of winter. I don't know. Are we dreaming of a white Christmas? Do we need to do like a snowy Christmas in America? I think that'd be quite a cool thing to see. Would be a white Christmas in America. Go and see all the people's houses done up with all the lights and stuff. But with snow on the ground everywhere in there. We don't get that here. We don't get snow up here. Some parts of New Zealand we get snow, but that's this time of year, not Christmas.
Yeah.
Weather outside is frightful, and the fire is so delightful. Ain't no place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. The guy used to do the Bow Repairs TV ads here in New Zealand. His name's something Martin. He was on all the Bow Repairs ads singing at Christmas. I assume it was an American ad or something as well. I don't know. Was Bow Repairs just a New Zealand company? I don't know. I used to be the Grinch of Christmas for quite a few years. I didn't like the autism, didn't like the pressure of family Christmas, right? I had some talks with my mother about that, actually. Because my mother always used to spend the whole week build up to Christmas stressing her little brain out, right? And hosting for everybody. And, she never really enjoyed a Christmas because I'd see her running around cooking for days, marinating things and preparing, just madness, right? And these days I always say to my mother, I'm like, look, if you want to host, that's fine, but like we'll bring some stuff, just like we want you to actually sit down and enjoy the day, That's what used to put me off Christmas was all the stress. Mickey Lloyd from Melbourne. It's freezing in Melbourne. Mickey, we had another fella from Melbourne come in here just after you left yesterday, and I said, "Oh, you have to wait till you and Mickey Lloyd are in here at the same time." So at some point, I can't remember who was the Aussie from Melbourne yesterday. Oh, my memory's not that good, unfortunately, guys. All right, we gotta charge a bit here. I think we'll head off here in a moment because I want to go catch some of Dennis's stream. I assume he's finished the workout by now. It's been 38 minutes since he went online, so he's probably done 1,000 push-ups by now. Now and then. Melbourne. Yeah. His heart grew 3 sizes. It did. It did. The funniest one I ever had happen, an old partner of mine, like 10 years ago, I was living in the city, and I told her I'm allergic to Christmas trees. Right?
Are you?
Yeah. I'm allergic to real Christmas trees. So's Dad.
Fine.
Yeah. We can't have them in the house. Yeah. So, I had a fake Christmas tree set up because she really wanted one, and she went, "No, I'm going to get a real Christmas tree. I'm going to put it in the other room, the other lounge we had." And I was like, "It being in the house is going to cause me problems." And she would not listen, would not respect it. I want a real Christmas tree. My parents would never have one, whatever, and she had to have a real Christmas tree. So she put it in this other room, and for the next 2 weeks, like my eyes of water, I felt like shit, man. And in the end, I grabbed this thing while she was out, and I carried it out, and I lobbed it out behind the garage. And at the time, the neighbours were out there having a bit of a family sort of Christmas gathering of some sort, catching up with each other. And they see me walking across the lawn with this Christmas tree over my shoulder. And here's me. This is how I knew I was truly the Grinch of Christmas, right? But I wasn't. I told her not to bring it in the house. I couldn't have it there. So I'd had enough of it at this point. I threw this Christmas tree over my shoulder, carried it outside, and right as I walked past them about to throw it, they're like, "Oh," from over the fence, like, "Oh, what a beautiful Christmas tree." I'm like, hocked it down the side of the garage. I'm like, "Yeah, I told her not to buy it because I'm allergic, but that makes me the Grinch, I guess." And then the neighbours are just there horrified, just like, "Oh, what a beautiful Christmas tree." And I'm just like lobbing this thing up the back of the garage, like, "Yeah, fucking bitch." So, yeah. This year, I literally look like the Grinch. It's a Christmas tree covered in baubles and tinsel and everything. Just look at this. Apparently, that made me a bad person, but oh well. Never had a real tree. Yeah, the thing, man, what it did to my blooming sinuses, it was horrible, man. Yeah, we always had a plastic one growing up. Yeah, because my dad was allergic, so we always had plastic Christmas tree. I saw one good trick with that. People leave all the decorations on, the lights and everything. Then when Christmas is over, you bunch the whole tree together and you wrap it in cling film, and then you just store it like that. So next year you just set it up on its stand, you unwrap the cling film, and all just falls back out. And it's just done. I thought that was quite clever. Yeah, all your baubles, all your lights, all your everything just stays on the tree. It's an efficient way of doing it, but I mean, if you got children stuff, you want to decorate the tree each year and stuff, I suppose. Zed. Hey, enough, dude. The Hoovel neighbours were shocked in Christmas spirit. Yeah. Melbourne. Oh, I always enjoy Mickey Lloyd. Mickey, I've missed you. It's Mickey Lloyd from Melbourne, Australia. Long messages, bro. I just want to let you know, mate. Those are genuinely special to me. I like reading them out. Mickey Lloyd from Melbourne, Australia. I love it, mate. It brightens my day, Mickey. You can't take that away from me, Mickey. I know we've got familiar and comfortable here, but that was your thing, man. That was you. Two of our lights in the house just stayed on the house year round because we forgot to take them down. Why do you guys celebrate Christmas in fall? Yeah, just different seasons, and the earth spins on an axis or something. I don't know, something like that.
Summertime and Christmas here.
Yeah, it's summer and Christmas here. It's kind of the very start of summer for Christmas here. Like it usually, pretty much Christmas in New Zealand, it usually rains. That's been most Christmases I've had in New Zealand. It rains. It just always happens. You get pretty much everyone has Christmas and New Year off and whatever. and then they get back to work. But it's usually about late January, early February is the best weather in New Zealand, in my opinion. February, March, but then it starts the year. Just different, yeah. Yes. Yours, yes. All right, guys. Done 2 hours, 40 minutes. We've had a good yarn. I'm going to be back tomorrow, all right? I'm going to go and catch some of D-Bird and maybe watch a movie. Well, we might watch Office Space again. So I don't know. Probably go to sleep. Get some earlier nights. All right, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you, as always, to all the moderators. Thankfully, with subscriber-only mode on now and clean chat, the moderators can chill out and, yeah, don't have to deal with so much bullshit. So that's good. I might have to leave it open sometimes, guys. I don't know. We'll see how we get on. But, I mean, it's only got a 1-minute subscriber thing on it, so it seems to keep the conversation more focused, right? You know, we haven't had any trolls today. I think we had one briefly, but it's good. Office Space is great. Yeah, we talked about it earlier, so yeah, I want to rewatch it at some point. Some point this week, I think I'll watch it. I'm sure it's on one of the streaming things at the moment. Yeah. And yeah, shout out to all the members, super chatters. Again, it comes under moderators lately. Kurt and Infamous Tenor have been giving out memberships and stuff today. So thank you very much, guys. Check the soundtrack out for Office Space. Okay. Noted. Check out the soundtrack for Office Space, right? I'll try to remember. Thanks for spending your birthday with you. Most welcome, Kurt. And I'll be on in the morning sometime. It'll probably still be your birthday, mate. So yeah, we'll be back in the garage again around the same time I did today. Do that tomorrow. So, yep. Final thing, massive shout out to Kurt, super moderator of the channel, massive supporter. Happy birthday, brother. Happy 39th, mate. And, yep, enjoy your day. Treat yourself. Spoil yourself a little, mate. Be a little selfish, mate. Don't, put yourself first. Look after Kurt. All right? Don't party too bloody much, all right? Don't bloody mess yourself up. All right? See you tomorrow, bro. And see you tomorrow, everyone else. But yeah, happy birthday, Kurt, man. Thank you for all your support. Absolute legend. All right, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see you then for another chat. Check out my shorts. Check out my other content. If you're looking for any, there's a lot of good shorts there. Last note, if there's a lot of good shorts I've done, I think they're good. Different messages and stuff, So go through all the shorts I got, and maybe you'll find some you want to save and put in a playlist or something. That you feel are appropriate. Different things for different days. There's usually something in my playlist that's that right. In my shorts there somewhere, something that's that right message for you on the day. Hopefully, that's what I make them for. All right, guys. And if you're looking for some other content, do look at the channel playlist. There's 2 videos. If you just go to the channel up there's 2 videos under playlist that I'd suggest checking out. One that's a Joe Rogan interview with Guy Ritchie, and the other one is with the Godfather of skateboarding. It's just a bit of insight into how they think and stuff like that. Something to, get you thinking. Last thing before we head off, I'll just cover this. Any advice for a gambler that chases a loss until he loses it all? Yep. Look at your gambling overall and what it's done for you. Look at the long time scale. We've had other people with gambling issues come in here before, right? And it's look at the time scale. You've been gambling 5 or 10 years. Are you up on money or are you down? The house always wins. Gambling exists because long term they make money off you. So you're pursuing something that you're chasing a game you're never going to win. You might get a win here or there, whatever, but the overall odds of it are you're going to lose. You're going to lose money long term. So it's a shit investment. If you're going to gamble like that and you're going to lose money, you might as well buy some stocks. Yeah, down for sure. So you already know, you create your outcome, right? You already know the outcome of your gambling, so why gamble? Yeah, like you're going into gamble to pursue, I might make more money. Oh, right. Oh, it's a rush, right? But the reality you already know is long term, you're losing money. So the whole thing is fraudulent. You're going in with, I'm going to make more money out of this, but you're not. You might make a little bit dated, it'll go up and down, but you're down overall. Wouldn't be a problem if I wasn't losing. House always wins, my friend. Gambling wouldn't exist if you didn't lose more than you won, because it's a business. They're there to make money. Their business is taking your money. They don't have a product. The product is you risking your money. The casinos wouldn't exist if they didn't make a profit, which means more people have to lose than win. Odds are against you. At least in the stock market, you can bet against stocks and stuff. You probably got more chance that way, mate. But life's a gamble. But just put it into those machines, man. They're trying to sell you the rush. They're trying to sell you the dopamine. So try find it in some other pursuit in life, man. If you're going to chase something like that, you always want to replace it, right? You don't want to give up gambling and then have nothing to do. Idle hands, devil's work, all these things, right? So replace it with something else. Replace it with something that's going to give you that rush, that pursuit, and that growth. But what if I know I'm not going to stop because I delete accounts and just open a new bookie? Replace it with something else, man. Replace it with something. You're wanting to go up on money, right? That's why you're gambling. The rush of getting more of something, whereas the rush of this is getting you less, right? So try it with something else. Try it with something where it's actually you get something out of it for your money. Where you win more. There's a lot of other things you can do where you win more, man. Buy a beat up old car, give it a clean up, give it a vacuum, give it a wash. You'll make money off that more than you will off gambling. You go put $1,000 into an old car, man, and clean it up and polish it up, find a deal and resell it, man. Then that's a guaranteed win of money. Do that instead. Buy a cheap car off Facebook, give it a vacuum, give it a wash. So somebody sells it cheap, they can't be bothered cleaning it up. Clean it up, sell it on. That's your rush. When you're winning, you feel like a time traveler predicting the future, then it takes over. Same with cars, though, man. I'd buy a cheap car and I've just bought my Dyna, done it up, just sold on that. Now immediately I've stepped up to the next truck I want, and when you guys see this next truck, and I'll tell you what I paid for it when I show you it, right? But we're going to unveil that next week. I've got to pick it up yet, so we'll see how we get on. But yep. Don't be a slave to the grind, mate. Hey, Jamie Redder. We're just heading off. Unfortunately, Jamie. Just been chatting with aliens. They had a late last question there, so I just wanted to cover that. But yeah, I'm gonna head off. Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate you coming by again, man. But yeah, we can talk about it. We can talk about that more aliens next time, man. I'll be on tomorrow, so. But just something to think about, man. I don't want to dump it on your head, but just something to think about, man. Like you can get that rush through other things, bro. I get that rush riding motorcycles. I get that rush, I get a car and whatever. It's the same payoff, man. But it's it's a safer payoff. It's gonna actually get you somewhere in life rather than a loss, man. So just think of different ways you could do it. Everything's a gamble, man. Everything's a bet. Like if I buy a car and I'm betting, I'm gambling on that. I'm trusting that, or I'm looking over it and I'm going, well, how much is it going to cost to resolve whatever, right? Do I have a car? I do. I have about 20 cars. Yeah. Check out the last live I did, Jamie. From earlier today, I was in the garage and stuff. That I showed some of the cars and bikes and that if you want to check them out, man, and see what I'm up to in there. Took money to step away. Stop chasing money, start living. Yeah, exactly, Larry. Yeah, I agree on both on that, Kurt and Larry. It does take some money to step out of things. You need to, sometimes cash up. You need to kill off your old self, your old habits, your old possessions, the old life, right? Clear it out. Like if you got stuff sitting around that you're never going to get to, that's what I'm doing, right, as well. It's just clearing out the cars. I'm moving on in life. It's an old chapter I got to close off and just move on, right? All right, guys. Speaking of which, I better get it off here. I want to try and catch Dennis if I can briefly, and then I'll be get some sleep. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care of yourselves, and feel free to